time. Tommy Temper holding down the north side. Canada cold, but a stream running high. All the chats say they all so fire, but one name sitting on the top. Hey! Mr. Bill got the best curves in the game. Whole star train rolling H and his name. All these Red Stream Kings chasing that fame, but they all turned green when the trophy came. Mr. Bill got the best curves in the game. Crowd go dumb, can't tame that flame. Jealous eyes flash when they call that name. Best curves in the game. Best curves. Red carpet full of tripods, bright screens. Flash bulbs pop for the protest scenes. Every angle, every siren, every sign. But your line hit clean, baby, every time. They got flags for the views, for the watch time. You got love for the lines where the wheels ride. They all clap, but you feel that side eye, cause the curb crowd sitting on you just right. Oh yeah! Mr. Bill got the best curves in the game. Whole star train rolling H and his name. All these Red Stream Kings chasing that fame, but they all turned green when the trophy came. Mr. Bill got the best curves in the game. Crowd go dumb, can't tame that flame. Jealous eyes flash when they call that name. Best curves in the game. Best curves in the game. Best curves in the game.
How are we doing, everybody? How are we doing? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. We're doing good. Hope you're doing good. That chat off the screen. Yes, you guys hear Travis Shore evidently got arrested or something like that. And MDG Gaming had something to do with it here. Let me just shout his channel out real quick here before I take too much credit or something like that there. Where is he? Oh, there they are. You guys probably followed this already if you're not already, but check and see what's going on here. It's going to watch them hit this. He just did this a little while ago here, so we'll try to catch up with it here. I'll have to speed it up here a little bit.
Did it. That was good.
1.25.
A 40-year-old Portland man is accused of making online threats to harm President Donald Trump and a woman with their 13-year-old son who attended a counter-protest outside of the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement building in Portland. FBI agents arrested Travis William Jurr at his home Wednesday morning. As federal officers executed a search warrant, he made his first appearance in federal court in Portland Wednesday afternoon on a single allegation of making threats via interstate communications. According to the FBI, Jurr used various anonymous usernames on X and Facebook to send messages to the woman and her son who attended a Patriot Night at the ICE building on November 22nd. One of the messages read, according to the court records, divine punishment will be the price for your wickedness. Others read, he'll always be a teen just like Charlie Kirk. Will always be in his 30s. And excited for the obituaries, federal agents said the pair received a threatening message February 2nd on Facebook. They ran above a photo of a 6-hour rifle and read, break glass in case of icy conditions in your residence. The rifle in the photo was positioned beside two stickers of one green frog and one that said, I choose violence, according to the federal affidavit. People, an inflated frog, and other...
With the new Blue Apron.
How are we doing? Nice to see you guys. Watching some of MDG Gaming's thing here as it goes through a little commercial here. Nice to see you, Kamama. How you doing, Orla? Hopefully you're doing good, everybody. Let's see what's going on here.
I can't wait till Trump is... Oh, man. I'm not going to... Another post traced to his Facebook account said he wanted to mag dump Trump. The affidavit said the FBI traced the threat to Jurr's phone number, according to the federal affidavit. Federal prosecutors, Ethan Bedell, sought to delay a release hearing until next Thursday. He argued that that the set is over is allowed because the alleged offense involves a minor victim. Oh, wait, what? Delay a release hearing until next Thursday. Damn. Wow. Nice. Assistant federal public defender Susan Wilk argued for Jurr's release, saying he has no criminal history, strong ties to the community, and actually challenged a prior military service. Fuck this bitch. The allegations
doing good. Thank you, Kamama.
For a fairly lengthy time, with no indication of any present or past intent to carry out threats, Wilk told the judge. Yeah, no, he's a tard though. Waiting another 5 days for hearing would be detrimental to her client, considering that pretrial releases officers are recommending he be let out pending trial. She said Wilk also said Jur had no one at home currently to care for his dogs and baby bunnies. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. He's got his wife. No, oh my god, baby.
Is she gonna do a space tonight? I haven't looked, Mom Talani, but did she already schedule a space tonight? I'll give you some more news about Pam Tifa in a little while involving a debate thing or something like that.
Buddies. Baby buddies. Oh, that's bullshit. Oh my god. No way, his baby buddies. His baby buddies.
Trying to catch up. Should I go 1.5, guys? I wonder, is this still like 5 minutes behind what's reality here? So,
Oh.
or what's live? I think we go 1.5 here. I think
We're
we go
reading the
1.5.
article right now. U.S. Magistrate Judge Stacey F. Beckerman found the government was allowed to delay the release hearing, yet she encouraged both sides to talk and come to court before
That's
having to
too
resolve
fast.
the matter. Jur was arrested in January and accused in state court of harassment, but the charges were dropped days later. Against Tommy Boy, he also was arrested on third-degree criminal mischief allegations in November, but that case was also dismissed. State records show. His Facebook page said he studied cybersecurity at Mount Hood Community College and had worked as a voice and network engineer for Northwest Natural 4 days ago. He posted on LinkedIn that he was starting a new job as an IT systems architect for the state of Oregon. His LinkedIn profile also shows him with Captain America's shield standing beside an inflatable frog.
LinkedIn. Seriously.
Oh, fuck. Dude, I was just playing some World of Warcraft. I wasn't expecting this shit today. I was like, damn. Dude, God bless Climax. God bless y'all. This is fucking hilarious. Yeah, he's fucked. 5 days. He's got his baby bunnies. This is so good. This is what we needed today. Dude,
Anything
this is what we
else?
needed today. It's dogs and baby bunnies.
He still talks about it a little bit
Justice,
longer
right?
here.
Oh man.
But some of MDG's work or whatever going into finding these things that he said and everything and posting them and sending to Facebook to FBI helped out.
God bless. Dude, fuck. This is fucking hilarious. This is fucking hilarious. Dude, he fafoed.
I don't think so either,
He
Brett.
fafoed. Making threats to... Oh, man. This is great. This is great. God bless. God bless. This is huge. Fuck, dude. He's not getting out till Thursday, they're saying. Dude, he's making threats to Trump. Oh. Dude, this is good. God bless, Climatics. God bless. Like, this is what we've been waiting for. This is what we've been waiting for. I'll read it again, guys. I'll read it again. Let's get down and I'll read it again. Holy shit. Holy shit.
I was just gonna read it again. You guys want to read it? Want to read it again here?
God bless, guys. I
Get
knew
the
that he was
props.
gonna like. Oh, I was hopeful. I was hopeful. All the screenshots. Man, I knew not banning him was the right choice. I knew that he was gonna run his mouth and just keep running it and keep running it and keep running it to the point where he was gonna say something about Trump.
Watch it again, but if you guys want to watch it him live or whatever, he's just playing video games. But make sure you follow MDG Gaming here. We usually tend to raid him or whatever at night anyway. But anyway, here's the link to his video. Make sure you follow him if you're not already following him there. You can come back and watch me if you want to also. But here's his link to the video here in question. Subscribe. What about his wife? I don't know.
Man, I wonder if they were watching the Ben Dyke show, the feds, like watching, and they were like, "Oh, he's talking right now." Well, wait, because it must have been right after that show. Like people
Good
are saying, it
question.
must
Good
have been,
question.
like,
Good
right
question.
after.
Good question.
Yeah, definitely. That's like, I'll be right back. I gotta take my dog out. I gotta take my dog out. Holy shit.
You know what I'm gonna do? Well, he's taking the dog out real quick. I'm gonna send a message to Tommy and Pam and see if they want to come on and talk about the Travis Jur thing. I've got them both in a message thing here, so let me see. I don't think they're going
Thank you,
to.
thank you. Let's go, Patriots.
All right, we're back. Way to go, Chair. Yeah. Holy shit. This is good. This is good. This is good. Let's get dab. Let's get dab and then we'll read this again. Travis. God bless Ginger. What's up? Oh, man. This is fucking great. This just made my day. This just made my week. This made my month. This is actually great, guys. Oh, yeah. This is gold. I'm glad I didn't end the stream when I did. We were just playing WoW, you know, having fun. Nice, cowboy. Nice. Okay. Portland man made online threats to president. ICE supporters. A 41-year-old Portland man is accused of making online threats to harm President Donald J. Trump and a woman and her 13-year-old son, who attended a counter-protest outside the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement building in Portland. FBI agents arrested Travis William Jurr. God bless him, Ginger. It has been a minute. It has been. Been busy. Been busy. Travis William Jurr at his home Wednesday morning. As federal officers executed a search warrant, he made his first appearance in federal court in Portland Wednesday afternoon on a single allegation of making threats via interstate communications. According to the FBI, Jurr used various anonymous usernames on X and Facebook to send messages to the women and her son, who attended a Patriot Night at the ICE building on November 22nd. One of the messages read, according to the court records, divine punishment will be the price for your wickedness. Others read, he'll always be a teen, just like Charlie Kirk will always be in his 30s. And excited for the obituaries.
Hey, Freedom, we're reading, or MDG's reading a thing about Travis being arrested.
6 hour and read, break glass in case of icy conditions in your residence. Yeah, we got him. The rifle in the photo was positioned beside 2 stickers. One of a green frog and one that said, I choose violence according to the federal affidavit. Break glass in case of icy condition.
I need to tell him something else when I send you guys over there, okay? That was getting
God bless,
old.
Kevin. God bless. People in inflated frog and other costumes became a symbol of resistance to the Trump administration's immigration crackdown, an attempt to send National Guard to the troops. To National
For the
Guard
man of
troops.
GD Gaming. This is amazing.
I didn't know about that. What happened on that in your organization? I might, if you're not too busy or whatever tonight, maybe we'll chat on stream.
They literally, they hey, yeah, good job. Let me just spit out the black belt. Like, the damn. That's good. We got the action we wanted, guys. Shit. Well, probably one of the biggest ones. It's pretty good shit. Yeah. I like it. Yeah. Oh my God, he's gonna be so pissed when he gets out. His lawyer's probably gonna tell him not to say anything. His lawyer probably should. Yeah, you can't make threats to the president, Travis. I knew he. Dude, he can't even hear us right now. He's locked up. Oh yeah. So oh shit. On January 12th, the FBI in Portland also alerted by the U.S. Secret Service that had received a report about Jurr making threats on Facebook directed at the president, including one that read, I can wait till Trump is blank. I don't really want to say it. I want the T for take it out of context and send it to the feds. Another post traced to the Facebook account said he wanted to mag dump the T-Man. The affidavit said the FBI traced the threat to Jurr's phone number, according to the federal affidavit. Federal prosecutor Ethan Bedell sought to delay a release hearing until next Tuesday. Wait, what did they say? Next Tuesday. Oh, it's the 17th. Next Tuesday. So that's good. That's a whole week. Basically. Next Tuesday, he argued that the set over is allowed because the alleged offense involves a minor victim. Assistant federal defender Susan Wilk argued for Jurr's release, saying he has no criminal history, strong test community, an excellent job history, and prior military.
What were they saying in that chat? Were they saying that? Oh, Butter Knife. He's the Microsoft guy. I don't know what the issue with the Butter Knife or whatever, but I call him the Microsoft guy.
Military service. The allegations involve statements he's accused of making over social media over a fairly lengthy time, and no indication of any present or past intent to carry out threats, Wilk told the judge. Wilk is the person for Jurr, his defendant or whatever, public defendant. Waiting another 5 days for a hearing would be detrimental to her client, considering that the pretrial release officers are recommending he let out pending trial.
He is not going to do well in prison.
Wilk also said Jurr had no one at home currently to care for his dog and his baby bunnies. Dogs and baby bunnies.
Oh no.
Dogs and his baby bunnies. Well, U.S. Magistrate Judge Stacey F. Beckerman found the government was allowed to delay the release hearing. Yeah, she encouraged both sides to talk and come back to court before the end of the week to resolve the matter. So yeah, he can be held till Tuesday. And then it goes on to say that Jurr was arrested in January and accused in state court of harassment, but his charges were dropped later the day. He was also arrested on third-degree criminal mischief allegations in November. The case was also dismissed. State records show. His Facebook page said he studied cybersecurity at Mount Hood College and had worked for voice and network engineer at Northwest Natural 4 days ago. He posted on LinkedIn that he was starting a new job as an IT systems architect for the state of Oregon. Oh, interesting. For the state of Oregon, working for the state of Oregon. Well, I don't know about that job anymore. Don't know. His LinkedIn profile shows him
If he's a lefty, a charge like this won't stop him likely.
with Captain America shield standing beside an inflatable frog. Yes, it's fine to distract me. Put this from the gaming here. Let me see if there's another article real quick on this.
Did you find another article?
Let me see if there's another article.
I think he did.
Abs for all.
Same one, I think. Playing games.
Released. According to this article from the Oregonian, is that release it to next Tuesday because it involves a minor victim. So that's but with this, it's like he's just fucked. He is fucked.
U.S. Marshal Service.
Like,
Marshal Service got the arrest, not the FBI.
Yeah, Clematics. He showed it one time on Box Stream too, Clematics. Isn't it? Is it still dirty? Is it still just nasty and trash? I'll be right back.
Hey, TD Wave, how you doing? Nice to see you. All right, I think we got through most of it there.
He's got. He got. Sorry, what? Sarah's excited. Yes, man.
All right.
This is
interesting stuff.
I almost thought y'all were trolling when you.
I was wondering about that too when I first. There's Tommy put up something like 1 minute ago or something like that on the bookmarks here, and then that happened there. Where was the thing he put up here? Chris Sims 28 minutes ago. Travis Juror was arrested by FBI agents, as actually U.S. Marshals agents, evidently, at his home Wednesday morning as federal officers executed a search warrant. This is the guy in it.
Do you like this? Is this like enjoyment for you guys? Why are you guys always here? What is your...
Yeah, he wasn't arrested for that. He was arrested for other much worse things. And then Tommy had it on his thing there. I think here it is. Travis Juror has been arrested by the FBI. He's being held in Multnomah County Jail under a USM hold with no bail options. This comes after constant online harassment to a minor and tons of online threats to me and many other patriots that love America. Hopefully he goes to federal prison. Miss Mary liked it. Ryan Ummerker liked it. JD DeLay. Ryland, of course, liked it. Laura says yes. Brooklyn. Everybody else. Trying to see if we have any other big names or Liberty, Oregon there. Everybody's kind of happy about it, looks like there. Good deal. If you guys have any other questions about that, let me know. But I haven't found out any latest and greatest things. I did kind of shout out to some people or whatever. If they want to come on and talk about it, they can talk in the chat and see if they have any put in their 2 cents on the situation. But that is very interesting. I just saw that Laura was live a little while ago at the is that the one? Laura, you know, that not this one here. No, it's a different one. Or is it this one? Yes, it is this one. Okay, yeah. She was at ICE protest at Clackamas Target. I guess they had a protest there. Laura doesn't like to get people's faces on the thing or whatever, but 31-minute video. I'm kind of curious how this turned out here at Clackamas Target. 5 minutes from Portland, give or take. Might speed it up to 1.25. Oh, so make sure you guys are following MDG Gaming, though. That was who we watched that last video on. I didn't mean to kind of borrow his stream or anything like that, but I knew he was going over it, so I figured I'll let him kind of do the thing, shout him out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 people, maybe. Okay. It's more than some right-wing protests we had back in the day about mandates. Clackamas. Oh yeah, DSA, as you can see right there, Democrat Socialists of America, and I think there's another socialist organization too tied to this thing here. It's so odd, you know, that they're socialists that want, you know, the government to kind of have the control over resources and things like that, and they're protesting and telling capitalism what to do or something like that. It's very interesting. rather than just sell their own goods outside of Target or something like that. You know, they're protesting what a capitalist thing is doing. They do heat wave. Thank you. Rumble in on over there. Everybody's looking at you like you're a psychotic person for still wearing a mask out there. Okay, out in public and everything. If you're afraid of something in public, stay home. You're not helping your case by wearing a mask as you're within 6 feet of a person. Okay, not helping your case.
Hi, welcome in. How are you?
Thank you.
Thank you.
ICE out of Minnesota. Keep in mind, Minnesota is 2,000 miles from Oregon. ICE out of Oregon. Demand Target take a stand. What do you want them to do? They can't control public access to a public access parking lot. They don't have the power to do that. Do you understand how things work in society? They can't do that. If they're not committing a crime on their property, they can't do anything about it. And if they were allegedly committing a crime, what they would do about it is call the police. ICE simply being there is not a crime. What is wrong with these people?
What's going on, guys? I got a bunch of this one of these. Some zines too, the reversible. Standard. Flip around the other side.
You just get some
Neighbors. Want those little
reversible masks. Are you serious? And this guy here is what do they call it when you're wearing clothes of another country without their consent, kind of thing? Culturally appropriating. Yeah, that's what this guy's doing right here. Very white guy. Very white guy. And when you think of the Middle East, you think of brown and colors, melanin, and he's wearing something that's over there. Very interesting that he cares more about Gaza than he seems to care about America.
Hey, did you have some information about what we're doing here today? Sure. Cool. So, basically, we are here to stand with Minnesota and say ICE out of Minnesota, ICE out of Oregon, ICE out of Target. We're asking Target to take a stand through some specific demands to call for ICE to leave Minnesota immediately, don't allow ICE into Target stores without a judicial warrant, and to publicly call.
You can't do that. It's not the illegal immigrants' property in Targets. You can't do that. The public access place. Once they're in the place, all they needed is an administrative warrant. They have to be in their house, something that they are paying for, not groceries that they're paying for, the dwelling that they're paying for. That's when you get a judicial warrant. Do you know how the law works?
For Congress to stop funding ICE. We're talking to Target specifically because they have allowed immigration enforcement in their stores.
Yeah, if you guys want to follow my Rumble, I don't know if you guys are doing that already or not, but here's my Rumble channel. That's Tahiti Wave gets kind of lonely over there, so she's hoping some other people want to chat with her over there and things like that. So let's give you the link over there if you don't already have it. Make it a nice backup channel just in case YouTube, which is very good at free speech, you know, but just in case they change their mind about things or something like that, we're going to put that link in the chat there for you. It should also be at the top there too. But anyway, click on that link, click the subscribe or follow button. It's over there just in case, you know, I appreciate it.
ICE has kidnapped U.S. citizens who work for Target from
Name one.
their jobs inside of Target stores. And Target is a main corporate leader in Minnesota, and so they need to take a stand against this illegal treatment of
The one person that was intimidating ICE officers, getting in their face, nearly spitting at them and things like that. Yeah, that person was an employee, detained for about 2 hours and released. Next.
people on U.S. soil. So that's why we're here in Target specifically. And then we're also sharing some information, like just know your rights information with the community. So, you know, what to do if you're stopped.
No, she's shaking. I'm guessing she's realized she's being recorded or something. She doesn't. I'm saying the stupidest things possible, so I don't really want the stupidest things anybody could say to know that, have it recorded and have other people know how stupid I am for saying this kind of stuff here. But since I'm being paid for it, likely, then it's okay.
By agents and what your rights are. So yeah, here's some information for you to take and share with your community. And yeah, thanks for letting me share with you. Yeah,
you're welcome.
Yeah. What do you think about all that?
So you said they're abducting employees?
Just a quick hello tweet. Hey, thank you for hanging out over there, Tally. I appreciate that. She needed a little bit of company. You can always come back to YouTube or whatever if you're over on YouTube. It's cool to have some other cool people over there on Rumble or Twitter and things like that also right now. YouTube, Rumble, Twitter.
Yes, so basically there were, there's footage of this on the news, you can look it up. Immigration enforcement agents came into Target stores in Minneapolis and arrested employees who were U.S. citizens. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so.
They didn't actually go into the store, went into the area between the store and the front door and everything, that kind of area where you put the baskets. Technically, you could say inside the store, but not inside the area where you sell things. So anyway, but at that point there, all this, because the person was harassing them. So you're not supposed to harass federal officers, just FYI.
Yeah, you can look that up and find that information. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you said they arrested U.S. citizens?
Yes. Yeah, it's kind of unbelievable, right?
No, detained. Do you want me to look up for you? Here, let's even let Google tell us here. Was a Target employee U.S. I learned to spell today. U.S. citizen arrested by ICE. Keyword is arrested. Again, let me see. It says, yes, 2 Target employees who are U.S. citizens were detained by federal agents, Border Patrol / ICE, at a Richfield, Minnesota store on January 8th. The employees were reportedly injured during the arrest and later released without charges. Homeland Security alleged one individual was arrested for assaulting federal officers. U.S. citizenship, good. Aftermath. You know how Grok has a way where you can sort of clarify things? All Google does is dive deeper. It usually doesn't give you anything more when you click the dive deeper thing. They say arrested, but they also say detained. Different things. See if the dive deeper thing does anything more for me here. There's the arrest. The video footage shows. Witnesses end up. Wasn't as it does, let me ask. Officially arrested. Sorry, I'm kind of curious on this one here. Oh, Google's gonna say it wasn't an arrest. I'd say it was more of a detainment at that point there. DHS, I guess, called it an arrest for getting in their face and assaulting the police officer. Yeah. Anyway.
So what happened to the U.S. citizens that got arrested?
Well, they were eventually released.
Okay.
2 hours
But
later.
they were taken for no reason without a judicial warrant.
And do we have like actual names of people that were arrested?
Yes,
Or-
the names are available online. Yes.
Okay, where can I find that information?
If you just search like immigration arrests at Target in Minneapolis, that will come up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you want to talk more, I'm going to be outside, but they've asked us to leave, so I'm going to leave just so I don't get in any trouble.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
But yeah, we're going to be outside just waiting. So if you want to come talk more, we'll be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I looked it up on Google. They didn't give the names. Just FYI. Double check the Guardian paper here. Maybe they give the names over there. No names on the news outlet that I see either. So fake news again from the left. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Awesome. You have very beautiful eyes, and yeah, thanks
Thank
for talking.
you.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you so
Take care.
much. Thank you.
Depending on what that looks like.
I know that. So I don't know if asking them any more questions is really.
I think it was just a routine raid. I could be wrong about that. That was information that was information I had too. Just kind of a routine looking for people who might be immigrants, kind of.
I can't remember everything, but I'll try to remember that tally. Anthony Jones. Okay, fork, spoon, tally, Anthony Jones. Fork, spoon, tally, Anthony Jones. All right, put the two together. Same person. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I would think they would be able to get those records, you know?
You would think. But I mean, last week a woman in Salem who's like a U.S. citizen, who's a grandma, without picking up a cake for her son, got stopped and was dragged out of her car. Like,
She had a concussion.
Is that the one who also broke her rotator cuff?
Yes.
She had a rotator cuff. And when the ICE agents found her passport in her wallet, they left her there.
They specifically are coming after like white people now. Anybody who's really trying to do anything about it, or so than actual immigrants, or anyone that gets.
Anyone who maybe could.
Anyone who tries to stop law enforcement from carrying out their duties. Just like if I try to stop a police officer from pulling over someone, what would happen to me? You idiot.
be racially profiled as a target. So yeah, they do target people who might look Hispanic. Yeah.
I don't want to speculate either, but I do know like there's certain ones that people are suspecting as ISIS going after people the president doesn't like. Nothing to do with immigration, but people that have angered the president, especially around the Epstein files.
But yeah, I mean, there's plenty of fantastic record keeping done by immigration attorneys and immigration judges, and the whole immigration process is very well documented. And there's really no reason to just go into public places and drag people out of stores and
There's no reason.
things like that.
I can also speak to this. Like, has anybody here heard of an I-9? So basically, before current times, before ICE became what it is currently right now, we had something called the INS, Immigration Naturalization Services. And what they would do is they'd audit the business. They'd go in and then say, here's an I-9 form. I need the records of your employees and make sure they're U.S. citizens or have work papers. And you have 3 days, 72 hours to comply with this. They couldn't just go in and start grabbing it. There's no government agency that's allowed to do that.
Right.
And it's still the way.
You know, that was not being enforced by hardly anybody. That was not being enforced. I don't want to have to Google it, but very little that was ever being enforced. Maybe a little bit under Reagan, after he did the amnesty nonsense. But yeah, that wasn't being enforced. Sorry, but yeah, that's a ridiculous thing to say.
it's supposed to. But what's happening now?
And it was only done if they suspected that they were sort of harboring illegal criminals.
It's completely. I mean, there's no background checks on these people. They don't do domestic violence reports, which you're supposed to do for any law enforcement agency.
Not when they're undocumented. You do the undocumented things first, and they're not documented and everything. Then you check and see what they might have in their history at that point. There, you are just like full of lies, buddy.
There was a very famous journalist who got hired by ICE. Said she had a very Googleable name. I'm sure I can't remember the name right now, but I'm sure you can look it up. Yeah, and they didn't. Within 3 days, she had heard no response, and she checked their online portal, and she had been hired.
Yeah. At the beginning of the stream, we talked about he got arrested by the U.S. Marshals and is in custody, evidently, in Multnomah County Courthouse. I guess they don't have enough room over in the federal building, I guess.
Hired 3 days ago.
Yeah.
So these people are,
Yeah.
they're really not people that should be fit for any kind of job, especially law enforcement.
That's why you're not hearing from the cowboys.
Yep, that's where they all went.
Yeah.
It's the only job they can get.
But I am really curious what you think about all this. When you what are you seeing and what are you thinking about everything that's happening right now?
I mean, I haven't seen anything happening in the community. Like, I don't see, I never see ICE detaining anyone. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen clips and videos online.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
They do try to be quick too, like in and out in 3 minutes, because the longer they.
You're defeating your purpose here. I know what you're trying to do here, buddy. But the reason they go in and out is so, idiots don't get in trouble for interfering with the federal law enforcement. You're about to say they go in and out so that nobody can call out to see if they're doing things that are legal or illegal and interfere there. But you're an idiot.
They stay in one place, the more crowds tend to gather around them.
Yeah.
Why would the crowds tend to gather around them while they're doing your job? See, you're the ones that are crowding around Target employees that are doing their job. You see the point here, buddy? You're the problem.
Especially out here in Clackamas, a lot of time it's just one person not making that first call that makes all the difference in the world.
But how does, when you do see the videos and when you find out what's going on elsewhere,
the videos.
what do you think about that? How does that make you feel?
Well, the very few videos.
It's not about your feelings. You absolute boneheads.
As I've seen, it's like clips, and so it's a lot of times.
Look at things in context. Good job, Laura.
What's being posted is later than like 24, 48 hours later explained, more or less. And I mean, I don't see all the stories, maybe, I don't know. But some of the stories that I have seen, it's like the headline will say one thing and then 24, 48 hours later, the full explanation comes out. So.
Oh, like what?
Like the child that was abandoned, supposedly abandoned and abducted by ICE. But I think it was like the father was being detained or arrested. He had a warrant, and so of course they weren't going to leave the child outside. But the headline was like children are being kidnapped by ICE, and so
yeah. Okay, so
There was a different headline to it. Maybe there's just because I think there is a lot of fog of information online, especially on social media. But there was another situation that's kind of familiar to this, where they saw somebody's kid outside of the house, detained him in the car so they could get the parents to come out, and then release the kid.
Yeah, I think this is the same situation.
Yeah.
And a lot of things that you hear
That picture,
ICE
you
says
know.
is usually different once the video comes out.
Yes, yeah. So I think, I mean, I'll just.
In other words, don't jump to conclusions, which is what the left and some of the right tends to do.
Validate that it can be really hard to know the truth about what's going on, and I think that there's a reason for that. If we are confused, then we are less effective when they're trying to take our rights away, and we can't respond to what.
So what you do to be more effective is not jump to conclusions. Get all the videos. Don't watch one video and say the video of the good lady over there, and that then it was, the person did something really bad to that person, when you don't see all the videos in context.
Really happening. So I think there is a real effort to confuse us, and I
You're easily confused.
think that the administration gives out a lot of conflicting information.
Well, the internet actually is like the biggest one.
And the internet, right?
The internet
It's
is like the
it's
worst.
yes, right.
Because
Comments,
anyone can say anything.
It's true. It's true. So it is really hard to know exactly what's going on. Do you have like sources for information that you trust, that you feel like give you good information?
I typically follow independent journalists because they're like boots on the ground. They go where things are happening. They actually, go around interviewing people, and they do research. Mainstream media, I don't trust for the damn. They
She's about to. Who I'm curious if she's going to ask her what sources she uses. My guesses would be NPR, PBS, because they've been around a long time, or the New York Times. They're reputable because they've been around for a long time, or something like that.
They lie all the time. No matter what side it's on, they all lie. Mainstream media is the worst. The worst source for news. I have found so many conflicting stories. I'm like, I don't even turn on the news anymore. It's not trustworthy.
Yeah. So would you say you get a lot of your news like from social media?
Social media is where.
From the sources that she just said, yes. Social media from independent journalists. Journalists, not just, random randos out there, but journalists. Andy Ngo, for instance, okay?
A lot of people share information, but they also have the full videos on YouTube, and a lot of people go live or.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, Travis Juror on that one there. Yeah, I guess I should kind of keep that up there. We talked about it earlier, but yeah, Travis Juror got arrested and is held at least till Tuesday, I guess, at the Multnomah County Courthouse for doing saying a lot of threatening things online and doing some other things that could seem threatening to political figures and people less than 18. They share it on YouTube, they share it on X, Facebook not so much, Instagram not really. And Crew, and Crew,
I get the feeling, here's kind of what I'm picking up from you, and please tell me if I'm wrong. I get the feeling that
she's going to call her a right-wing extremist. Watch this. Maybe she might not go that far, but if you don't agree with me and my opinions about ICE, then you're getting your sources from the wrong places. Is that the area she's going to kind of go with on this one here, you think? Maybe not. She might not go that far. She'll probably say it nicely, but let's see what she says here.
you care about the truth and that you are curious and you want to know what's going on. But it's hard to know who to trust. It's hard to know what's real. And
no, that's not what she's saying at all. She's saying it's hard to trust the mainstream media that knowingly lies, that it's paid by corporations and everything. Then those corporations tend to move the news in a certain direction. That's what she's kind of saying there. You're not listening.
So yeah, you're not quite sure where you stand or what you.
She knows where she stands. She didn't say anything at all about that. She's possibly afraid that if she says where she stands, that you're all going to surround her and call her racist and all these other kind of names. That's likely what she's thinking.
Think about all that.
And I asked her to come on. I'm not sure. She might still be on her way home or something like that. But hey, Godfrey, how we doing? Nice to see people over on Twitter. Are you guys all following my Twitter? Sometimes you guys say you're following the Twitter and things like that, but you're not actually following me on Twitter like Godfrey is there. So sometimes I have to put this link in the chat so it makes sure that you at least see the link and click it and things like that, and do things like that. If you do follow me, also go to my community. It's been stuck at 23 people in my Common Sense Patriotism community. Please go jump into that community there if you don't mind. At least get me to 25, okay, guys? I'd appreciate it. There you go. Common Sense Patriotism.
Yeah, it's really hard to know what's really happening out there. I mean, one thing I do know is that people trying to police.
Yeah, you did. I am trying to invite some people who might know more about it, like Tommy or somebody like that. Let me send. I even sent a message to Tommy and what's her name or something like that out there too. But right now, I'm not seeing anybody live out there on Twitter. Enrique might be, but that's not who I'm thinking of. What is going on in the world of YouTube? By chance, is anybody streaming out there? Pretend media, I guess. Well, that is kind of curious. Let me do this little trick here, guys. I'm going to bring up Pretend Media's chat.
Excuse me, my ball didn't hit this amazing deck, did it?
That's okay with you. I'm going to bring up Pretend Media's chat. Pop out chat. There it is. Okay. This is Pretend Media's chat here, guys. Live chat. You can watch that while we watch this video here, okay?
And like getting in, like trying to obstruct them isn't the way to go. It really isn't. I mean, what's happening in a lot of places is very dangerous because there are actual criminals that are being taken off the streets. And if people are just assuming that everything ICE is doing is wrong, then it's actually hurting the community.
Well, I think that, you know, I see what you're saying.
Because I mean, there's bad police officers, good police officers, but law and order is necessary in order to keep our community safe.
But the problem is that ICE isn't law and order. ICE is actually breaking laws, and that's why people are getting in the way, is because they don't want people's rights to be trampled. And so when you see people out in the streets in Minnesota, these are people, that's you and me, right? That's our neighbors here walking by. That's
what about the like, gang members that they were arrested in Portland?
They weren't actually gang members. It came out. See, here's what
they were affiliated with the gangs. Yes, they were.
Information comes out later. The administration is very quick to call people criminals or call people gang members, but frankly, that's not the case most of the time. And they're affiliated. Using criminalization as a justification, but it's not the reality. A huge percentage of people detained by ICE have no criminal record. At all.
I think it's 25% of people at 24 currently detained by ICE have no criminal record.
I think it's more than that.
Oh, sorry, I meant 25% do.
Yeah.
So 75% of people currently in ICE detention, which is around 64,000 people, don't have a criminal record, which does not necessarily mean that you're not undocumented, but it does mean that we don't have proof of them being dangerous around.
Yeah. So, and what we, something we see is that everybody's right.
They crossed the border illegally. Crime number one. They stayed in a country illegally, knowing that it was illegal to do so. Crime number two. Yeah, not documented. I'll give you that. But they did commit crimes. You stupid people. I'm trying to find out. See, Multnomah County, right? I'm not. But Multnomah County, I put in Mulroney jail roster. Nothing really came up there. Web jail viewer for Marion County. Oh, inmate data, maybe this one here. First name is Travis, not Bill. How do you spell Jur? J-U, how do you spell it, guys? J-U-H-R? Is it J-U-H-R? Oh, you just went to bed? Okay. Had it on the stream a second ago? Okay. Oh yeah, he did that. J-U-H-R. Okay, yeah. You guys know the data there. I'll see if I can find it real quick. J-U-H-R. Yeah, Travis William Juror. Yep. You want to see it? Here's what I see anyway. That work for you? He's a white nationalist. He's 41 years old, an old white nationalist. Oh no. Hair brown, eyes brown. Arresting agency, U.S. Marshal Service. Booking date, 3:36 today. Assigned facility, Multnomah County District Court. Projected release date, unknown. Charges, right there. Bail 0. Unsentenced. There you go. You want to see, and it's curious that they're talking about Travis in that chat there. And somebody needs to read about Andy No. At least they're trying to learn about Andy No. If you want to see what they're talking about in what's this chat or whatever? That's pretend media's chat right there.
It's also interconnected. Someone's, rights being trampled means yours can be trampled, means mine can be trampled. And it also means that people just aren't being treated fairly. And so that's another reason why we're out here, speaking out about this, is because people's rights are being trampled and people are being basically attacked and racially profiled, which is not something that we.
I was watching MDG gaming earlier when he was doing it and everything. So yeah, we looked at that article.
I know you were saying like, yeah, I just have records, and I feel like they really are only going after illegal immigrants, which I personally don't agree with, but I could definitely understand someone wanting that. There was a woman in Salem who ICE was trying to meet the quota. She's Hispanic. They pulled her over and dropped her in her car, and she broke her wrist, she bruised her ribs, she had a concussion, and she had her passport in her wallet because she was scared of that happening, and she was left on the ground. So when we have people who aren't very well trained, which I think is sadly quite a few myself.
You know how much training they go through? I need to look this up. So reports indicating a shift from enforcement and removal operations and deportation officers has significantly reduced, with reports indicating a shift from a previous 16 to 22 week program down to 47 to 48 days, 8 weeks, 6 days a week. So if the other one was 16 weeks at 5 days likely back then, and then you add on those ones there, 47 to 48, call that 7 weeks there, right? Yeah, 7 times 7, 49, we'll call it. You add on an extra day. It's still not that great there, but it's still quite a bit of training, but reduced duration, curriculum focused. Yeah, 12 hours of instruction on the Fourth Amendment and the Immigration and Nationality Act, which most of these people don't know what the Fourth Amendment really means and what the Supreme Court has done about it. The 47-day training is approximately half the duration of training required for many local police departments. Do you realize what these agents that are out there do? They don't do a lot of the administrative stuff. They do one thing. Police department, police people, they do multiple things, okay? These guys here that are going out there to enforce the immigration law, they do one thing. And they 48 days of work on doing that one thing. You get the message here? You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Even if it's 48 days to do one thing.
And just trying to meet quotas. A lot of times they're just kind of going places where they think immigrants might be.
Nope. You said they're undocumented workers. Therefore, they look for people who are undocumented. So they look through all the records and everything in these computers and these papers things. This person does not appear to have documentation. They do have documentation about where they live or where they work. So let's go see if this person has documentation. Since liberal Democrats say they don't have documentation, let's go see if they have documentation. Do you understand how silly you guys sound?
Instead of targeting people who committed crimes. And one thing I'd like to share is
what the thing I showed you a second ago said he was arrested by U.S. Marshals. Whether or not they recruited police to help them with it is another. I would imagine they would have asked the sheriff's department, not Portland Police, but the sheriff's department to help them execute that warrant. Maybe.
Did you hear about the labor march a couple Saturdays ago?
Yeah. Not to mention their previous training and things like that allows them to go there. So a guy off the street, you're 48 days and you're going to be a federal agent. No. Background checks. Make sure you do a lot more vetting than a lot of the people that go to a lot of these protests. Were you watching the other day when we watched Liberty Hangout and that security guy that was there that had anxiety issues, and he was there, the yellow vest security guy? I don't think he had a whole lot of training or vetting to become a security guy for a protest when he admittedly has anxiety issues and some other issue he had.
There was a lot of tear gas deployed.
With what?
There was a lot of tear gas deployed downtown.
Yes, there are a lot of tear gas deployed downtown back in 2020. Yes. What's your point?
Where, down at the ice facility?
So I was there, and that was during the day. It was
Downtown is not the ice facility. That's why Laura was like, that's South Waterfront. That's downtown is 5 or 6 miles north of that on the left of the freeway, not over there.
city sanctioned. There were a lot of kids over there, and no protesters made it to the ice building before the gas was released. And there was no warning. And cops, law enforcement.
There were about 50 to 100 people past the blue line when they started releasing the gas after they told them repeatedly to get out of the way. You know this. You're likely one of the people that were in that area. You're deliberately lying, likely, if you're one of the people that were across that line that one night where they had everybody past that blue line in the driveway there.
That is not ice. They are required to ask the crowd to disperse and warn people before they deploy tear gas.
And they did multiple times.
So there were a lot of young kids who had no chance to get out. There were people that lived in those apartments whose health was put at risk. A canister went through a window into an apartment that kids lived in. And although I do understand that, I think it definitely makes sense to be against people obstructing law enforcement. I really hear you on that. But when we have people who aren't very well trained and the main response is detain people or tear gas them, I think we can't get into situations where
this freaking college student that doesn't understand anything.
Both U.S. citizens and undocumented immigrants who are nonviolent end up getting physically
Thank you for admitting they're undocumented. That's why they know where to find them, you idiots.
harmed.
But one thing is, I mean, ICE's job is immigration enforcement, right?
Well, presumably. I don't think that's the job they're doing right now. But that is the
How stupid are these people?
job that they've
I don't like calling people stupid. I call actions stupid, but their actions and their talking points are ridiculous.
that we've been told they're doing.
I mean,
Yes, you don't have to. If you follow them along and go along with them and report to the immigration people the ICE is coming, what are they going to do? You'd be interfering directly in a criminal investigation. You cannot do that. That's why they don't want to tell you what they're doing. I heard something about that, Deez, too. I didn't hear what he said, but I know there were like threats all over the place, things like that MDG and others were kind of gathering up all sorts of intel and sending it to the authorities, things like that. I didn't. He even came into my chat once too. I should have caught that and send it to MDG or something like that. But yeah, he made a threat in my chat. It was here. Remember that? Who was he? Somebody else was in the chat that he didn't like. Geyer was in the chat that he didn't. He made a threat to Geyer while he was in the chats, and he didn't like something Geyer said, and he said something to the effect of unaliving related stuff or something like that. So, yeah, that's not good.
I know that.
I wonder if I could. I don't even remember when it was, but I think they've got enough dirt on him right now.
That the immigration laws are probably not the best right now, and there's definitely room for improvement, and changes could be made. But I think that what people are doing isn't going to change it. Like there are ways to change laws, and I think that violence isn't going to help. It's not going to change anything.
I agree. And I think personally the violence I see is happening at the hands of ICE.
You're not seeing anything. You're presuming, not assuming.
I do not see people inflicting violence on ICE. I just simply don't see it. And,
You're blind as a bat.
That's not what we're doing.
No, you guys are very peaceful.
Yeah.
I've seen protesters who are not peaceful and are very violent. I mean, I guess we wouldn't want to call them protesters. I guess rioters is more, appropriate term.
Could I share one tidbit of information that I'm sure is not always the case? I've been down at the ice building a few times, and the people who have tried to fight protesters, people that I have seen try to physically assault ICE agents, tend to be a very specific ideology that, from my experience, is MAGA. Like, I've had a lot of people.
Yeah. MAGA people want to fight ICE agents. It's like, you're not fooling her. She's, oh my goodness, these leftists trying to use this weird kind of indoctrinated talking points like, this person I might be able to change their minds by saying that MAGA is attacking ICE agents.
Down there wearing swastikas or neo-Nazi imagery who fight protesters or vandalize, and that tends to be when a lot of
Vandalize? Yeah, we can show you some vandalism. I think Laura's helped clean up some of the vandalism out there that the leftists put up there. Yeah, you want to talk about vandalism?
illegal action takes place. I'm sure there are.
I've never seen MAGA vandalize down there. I've never seen them attack anyone. I've seen people, I've seen yelling and screaming matches, of course. And then there was an incident where a woman shot someone with a BB gun. Yeah, she wasn't even part of it. She just drove by and I don't know, she just got upset and it just escalated. Yeah, as far as I know, she had nothing to do with anything going on. She just drove by and whoo. But yeah, the vandalizing I'm seeing down there has been protesters. That trolley station is thrashed. It's got garbage. It's a homeless camp down there.
There's actually people cook for the protesters every night and have free groceries. So.
And you know what they're doing by doing that? The police said you can't bring any of that equipment there, and they're deliberately breaking the laws that the city ordinances by doing that. So yeah, you can't make food with propane down there. I'm sorry, it's not allowed. It's not a state park.
It did get a little bit messy, but a lot of us down there trying to clean it up. Also, a lot of the pictures and writing on the ground is a memorial, which I was there on Thursday night, and a group of neo-Nazis that tried to light it on fire.
Neo-Nazis, now they're calling them neo-Nazis.
So I know they didn't succeed because the police came there and surprisingly did ask them to leave, which awesome. But I have seen, most of the violence I have seen has been from people who are either being
There's a cultural appropriator there.
or right wing, but I was down there and I saw someone who seemed to be more left stepping over the blue line, which I do know is definitely not recommended and not legal. So, and I'm sure there's stuff I haven't seen. So,
yeah, I'm guessing you're lying about half the stuff you're saying there, because if you're motivated enough to hang out with 8 or 9 50, 60-year-olds and you sound like you're 20 to 30 years old, you're probably motivated enough to be down there at ICE quite often. And if you're down there quite often, you were probably there that night when there were hundreds of people out there and about 50 or 60 people past the blue line, trying to drown out the sound that ICE is saying and get off the driveway, so it would make it look like nobody can hear what they're saying, when they did shout it out, so that at least the people in the driveway heard it.
yeah,
I've seen people thrashing the whole driveway down there.
Hey Reagan, how we doing? What's up? How you doing? Nice to see you. Yeah, that was not a good thing there either. Yeah, Ben Dykes on YouTube. Yeah, I haven't watched his show, or maybe I have.
All over the blue line. There's someone who I think just the other night was putting fake blood on the gate. Oh yeah, it's crazy. Putting rocks in the driveway, just purposely trying to put things to puncture tires, make ice agents trip.
I was down there for the rocks, and I did ask people to refrain from that, just because I don't want someone to have to go, a janitor to have to go clean that up, or someone who works for the city. But the rocks were not at risk of puncturing tires. Multiple ICE vans drove over them with no issue, and then protesters started to clear the rocks.
You're not supposed to block a driveway. They literally say, do not block the driveway. Do not put anything in there to block the driveway. Yes, they can drive over there with them, but you're not supposed to block a driveway with rocks. That's the same thing as vandalism. When you vandalize a sidewalk, that's what you're doing, is you're not making it a walking area. Do you understand basic behavior?
But that could have potentially contributed. There could have been a video, so I don't know that.
Or someone's tripping. Yeah. So I'm just curious. Like, I mean, there's one night a dumpster was pushed up into the gate, and like they tried to light the garbage on fire.
I definitely disagree with that. That is not. Yeah, I did not hear about that. I appreciate you telling me.
You were no proof, but I'm guessing this person knows exactly what was going on there.
That's really. That is not a form of protest that I agree with, and it's definitely not effective.
At least not when I'm not wearing black bloc.
Right, yeah. And
The
so that's
response to
why
people being violent of course is not to put more people in danger.
yeah, exactly. And so that's what I think is like really upsetting for a lot of people, you know, is that, you know, it just feels like there's, you know, just kind of a group of thugs that show up and want to intimidate. And, you know, if anyone opposes them, then they harm them. Is what I've also
That's very
seen a lot.
understandable. I would like to say from my experience, the agents do tend to strike first. When I was down there over the weekend, we had a pretty large group of protesters, about 80 people. One person.
The only reason they strike first, as you say, is because you guys had already striked or crossed the line, knowing that you weren't supposed to, or doing some other illegal activity, throwing things at the ICE building, or breaking the plywood, like you say there. Then they go out there and do things. You think that's the initial thing or whatever that starts things. No, they're reacting to what you already did. They have cameras all around that area. They see who did it. So they go after who did the crime. And hitting the camera, yes.
Took a step over the blue line, and he immediately, with no warning, threw a tear gas canister at a safety officer who was a block away that was not doing anything violent. And I witnessed this firsthand, and was very close to hitting them. When people turned around to help, they started firing canisters and pepper balls directly into the crowd, which only one person there broke the law. And from what I saw,
When they say clear the area, anybody around here, clear the area. When you're around a riot and you stay with the riot, you become rioters. This is kind of common sense throughout history since the revolution, you know, when the British say any patriot person, whoever harbors the enemy or whatever, is subject to bad things happening to them. Same concept applies here. If you're around the enemy and you're helping the enemy in any way, hiding them, you become a potential target at that time there. This is...
but he was violent. So I do feel like, from my experience, protesters have been opposed pretty hard. I personally have been fired out with tear gas canisters pretty close range. Even when I'm not on the city block that the ICE building stands, I'm sure that's not every agent, and I'm sure that's not everyone's experience, but...
how many lies can you say in one sentence?
I do think maybe some protesters might get agitated for that reason, which is not to justify it.
Yeah, but we've got to head out.
Thank you so much for talking.
You're welcome. No, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice to be able to have like conversations, because I've tried to have conversations with people before, and sometimes they just, you know, just yell things at you, and they just
not helpful.
Exactly.
Well, we are all a part of DSA, which is the Democratic Socialists of America. If
Enough said.
you're ever curious, look us up online. You know, our GMs are open to the public, correct? So, you know, if you're ever
Hey Chevy, how we doing? How's the Ford doing? How's the Ford doing? I'm just kidding. It's a party time over here, something like that. What's going on? Hopefully you guys are doing good out there. Thank you for popping in. If you were watching the MDG stream or something like that, you know, you don't have to, but if you wanted to suggest MDG, you know, raid or whatever, you know, he doesn't have to. He probably has some good reason for not doing it or whatever, but in case he wanted to raid, I'm open to allowing a raid from MDG Gaming. Not saying he has to, just saying it's an option.
curious about, you know, what we're about and what we do, and you know, you're welcome to look us up or check us out, and
I really appreciate hearing from you.
Yeah, thank you. Well, you guys have a good night.
You too.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye. Yeah, you too.
Take care.
Bye.
There you go. Give Laura a follow there. She was out there all by herself at that little protest at Target there. Give her some love on Twitter there, guys. I don't think she has a YouTube channel, so she doesn't have one advertised on that one there. But if you're on Twitter, please follow her over there. Give her some love over there. She's at 729 followers. Okay, guys. If we can do 40 people on my stream right now, I'm guessing at least 10 of the people on here have a Twitter, if not more, maybe 11. So let's see if we can get her to 740 followers. Okay. So I'm not sure if she's watching right now. She's probably doing other stuff, but let's see if you can get that to 740 followers. If you guys are, unless you're already following, then that's good too. Okay. Click it. I'll put in this thing again. Then we'll do some news and things like that here. Okay. And okay for you guys. Let's see if she, I'll hit the refresh button real quick. See if she gets to 730 real quick. Come on, guys. Let's go with one. Start with one. She's still at 729, guys. Still at 729. What's going on? What's going on here? You're not having trouble clicking the follow. The follow button is usually up here. Versus follow, unfollow, that one there. Click that one, okay? Or you're gonna hit the refresh button again here to see if we get 730 here, okay? See what happens here. It's not. You guys are not helping me. Not helping me. It's okay. But please help her out there. I appreciate it. Nothing else going on in the world of Twitter there, stream-wise. Not really. Manny's doing his thingamajigger over there. I'm going to have you guys watch something here while I go do something real quick here. Not go to the restroom, although I might do that too. But watch. The Climatics is doing something that I don't know. But where's the thing I want? I'm not going to watch Pretend Media, and there's nobody else streaming out there that's doing fun stuff. They're doing fun stuff. It's not the fun stuff we like to watch. So we're going to hit this watch later thing. You already followed, Wolfie? Thank you. I appreciate it. Here's a Nicholas. You guys probably have Francisco. Let's watch an old one here. Just get an old one out of the way here. Liberty Hangout from back in the day here. Let's check this out here. Anti-ICE Democrats try to deport me. We all like Liberty Hangout here. I'm going to put her link in the chat there just to make sure I don't feel like I'm stealing your content or something like that as I walk away out. That would mean very mean to me. All right, that button over there. That one's there.
They want me to go home, which ironically.
This was 3 or 4 weeks ago here, so it's an oldie but a goodie, but I don't think I've seen it yet. Notice how all the yellow people had everything in the yellow vest, so they all had the same kind of look to them. It's always weird like that. But let's get do this also here. Give her a banner over here. Liberty Hangout. There she is. And add my 2 cents onto this thing over here. Oh, I can do that. Looks like they updated it, I think.
They're mad and their tempers are getting out of control. I think they need a time out. ICE out. They need a time out because of their behavior.
I'll be right back, guys.
When I say ICE, you say out. ICE. ICE. When I say ICE, you say out. ICE.
Hold on. Oh, I already got it ready for Liberty Hangout, but you guys wanted an Edgar video? Usually does like the 10 or 11 minute videos, which are cool too, but I don't have one queued up. He hasn't done one where we were to watch the recent ones that he did, and I don't have any older ones in the queue, so I'm just gonna stay with this one. Sorry, guys. You're back.
Transparency with any of this, so I just don't have a lot of faith in any of it. I'm
going to run it at 1.25 speed just in case you guys are wondering why it's going a little fast. 30-minute video, so I got to run a little bit faster. Okay.
Sorry, but anyway, nice talking to you.
Well, what do you think about that? That if we got rid of ICE, we would also lose the department that handles most transnational gangs, child and sex trafficking.
If I knew more about it, maybe I could.
Yeah, I have some information right here.
Thank you anyway.
But isn't that important to know that ICE is actually one of the?
See what your agenda is, and I'm not interested. Thank you.
What's my agenda?
Following me around. Are you following me around?
Yeah, you're just so handsome.
And I know I am.
Yeah.
Is that really you in those videos, or is that?
Be careful.
Or is that?
Be careful what you say to her.
Oh, I've talked to her before. Or is that?
Are you watching
videos that you.
Yeah, and you're in them. I got to tell you, it looks pretty impressive.
I'm not. Well, considering the people around you and who comes to these things, I wouldn't be surprised if you would, feel that way.
You're just
that's
you just try to go everywhere and just cause. But you're funny. We just laugh at you.
Do you?
We laugh at you.
It's funny that you come over and you say something so derogatory about, is this you and your feet? That's disgusting. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That is so disgusting to even come up and say, because it's not me. But the fact that you're searching for content that looks like me, I'm walking away from you because I do not trust you. So this woman up here is telling people not to talk to me. Hi, how are you? Welcome. We had a little thing. We actually disagree on our favorite Indian restaurant. And so, blah, blah, blah,
Indian
blah,
restaurants
blah,
are
blah.
She's an instigator.
Anyway, I would love to talk to you about your sign. What's it say?
It says ice are Nissies.
Yeah, what's that mean?
Well, Nissi, if you. Oh, really? Okay.
You can talk to me if you want. Do not listen to these women bossing you around.
Okay.
You're going to look really bad.
They say that Trump's neck looks like a part of the female anatomy. So you put it together. Okay.
Okay, so this
Take
is.
a look at my shirt. That's from Roland Martin.
You voted for the black woman. The black woman actually voted to put ICE into an operation and actually voted for them to become a thing.
I'm not going to comment on that.
Well, it's funny that the black woman actually voted for that.
Like I said, I'm not going to comment on it.
She was okay with it.
Live with yourself, dude. Hey, my recording wasn't on before, so I got to get your beautiful face again. Hi. So, Caitlin, that's a nice dress, though. I got to say, that's pretty.
I'm genuinely feeling uncomfortable by him. Yeah, this man.
Waking up in the morning. You should feel uncomfortable getting dressed.
Yeah.
You should feel uncomfortable right
Why?
here.
Why should I feel uncomfortable at an anti-ICE Democrat protest?
I like your dress, but you are disgusting. I know. Then I'm gonna. That's all I wanted to do.
Just back away. You're giving.
We've got history.
Let the woman tell you what to do. You were obsessed with thinking about me in terms of relationships and sexual activity, aren't you?
I am. No, I'm not. You're a disgusting pig.
How so? Why?
Turn the camera around. You see a disgusting pig.
Why? How am I a disgusting pig? Hi, how are you?
Vistaprint prints everything to get your brand in front of your fans, like t-shirts, water bottles, and totes, so everyone can gift it, work in it, and take it. Whether it's one of a kind or one for your whole team, if you need it, we print it with 20% off for new customers at Vistaprint.com.
Hi, everybody. You go to patreon.com/Caitlin Bennett to support my work. As you can see, there's a man out here obsessed with thinking about me sexually and dreaming about me being in a relationship with him and trying to find videos on the internet that look like me in a weird way. So go to patreon.com/Caitlin Bennett. And oh, look who it is. Hi.
You touch me again.
Back up from
and
me.
then we have a problem.
Oh, I can't. Hi, guys. Who are you resisting?
ICE.
Yeah. What specifically about them?
We don't like them kidnapping people off the streets.
Okay. Do you think there's any legitimacy to them existing?
No.
Okay. Not at all.
Very little, if any.
Okay. What is that very little? What would you say is the very little terms which they should exist?
None at all. Not at all.
What would happen if we did get ICE out for good?
I really don't want to comment on this because everybody has an opinion. Please just go to the media, all media, and make your own judgment.
Well, I would love to have just a human-to-human interaction instead of watching a screen. I think it's better to have a conversation between people rather than us just watching a screen and never discussing it. That's not very good, right?
Oh, I discuss it, but I'm not out here to broadcast it.
Yes, you are. You're right in front of a busy highway. You're broadcasting it right now.
Well, I'm doing this, but I'm not doing this.
Excuse me?
Excuse me. It's so cute. You're cute.
Are you able to have a conversation and debate me with facts instead of just hurling insults?
Nope.
No? All right. You said it, not me. You said no. Okay. Do you think there's any legitimacy to ICE existing?
We have a Homeland Security. We have a Border Department. So I'm not exactly sure what ICE is supposed to do, but I know it's not people.
Okay. Well, I would love to tell you what ICE does.
It'll be used against you.
Excuse you for a second. Excuse you. Look at her. Mind your own guilt. Pro-choice. Why would pro-choice people feel guilty? That's what one of her stickers, her thing says. Regulate. Okay. Hi. ICE out for good. Back away. What do you guys think there's any legitimacy to ICE? Hi, how are you? How fast can you run? How fast can you run? Oh, I'm in heels and I'm running faster than her. Hi guys, how are you? Can you give me a little dance with this music?
Of course, with this music, heck yeah.
Go.
What's? Oh my God! I heard you were here. That's so exciting for you.
Exciting for you guys too. What's your sign meet?
Read. You know. What does it mean?
Are we great yet? Oh, don't touch me.
No, I was reaching for her.
Please don't.
The other day on the overpass,
yeah.
Then we had another group, and there was a skanky girl there, a bad imitation of you. She was a cheap version of you.
And she left early.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they left early like little bitches.
And you said Caitlin Bennett would never leave early. Why?
Oh, I never leave early, just like you guys. I work my full time. I do not clock out early, and I don't stay over either.
They're not immune. They're lying.
I'm sorry.
They're not immune. They're lying.
Okay, what are they lying about?
Don't talk to them. Read it.
Okay. ICE out for good. Read DOJ 116 to a use of deadly.
Did white ladies just tell a minority person what to do? I think a white person just acted like a white supremacist.
Force convicted murders.
Say your name.
So you.
Say your name.
My name's Caitlin Bennett.
No, say her name. Renee Nicole Good.
Can we say Jocelyn's
Say your
name?
name.
Can we say Laken Riley's name?
Renee Nicole Good. Say your name.
Say Laken Riley.
You understand that that's a communist kind of thing to do, but whatever.
Say Laken Riley. Say Laken Riley. Say Rachel Morin, guys. Say Rachel Morin. Who are they going after, ma'am? Because they deported 150. Excuse me? Yeah. What? Can you get this out of my face? What'd you say? Get out of my face. I pretend to be a Catholic. Get out of my face. I pretend to be a Catholic, huh?
Get out of my face and say, "Oh, a pretend Catholic? Are you kidding me? What kind of Catholic are you?" I'm not a Catholic, but I'm pretty sure most of them are kind of open to dialogue, you know.
ICE go home! ICE go home!
What's it say?
Just get out of my fucking.
ICE go home! ICE go home! ICE go home! ICE go home! ICE out for good! ICE out for good!
Imagine the mentality in your head as a 40-plus-year-old woman here to repeat the same things over and over again with this kindergarten brainwashing level, you know, where they can only repeat 3 or 4 words and everything, and those are the only words that they can't say any other words besides those 3 or 4 words, you know. Anybody who argues with those 3 or 4 words or has a different thing is bad in their opinion. ICE go home. Can't argue with that. That has to be the case. They have to go home. Wow.
Stop for good! I stop for good!
Good, baby! You're throwing a tantrum.
I stop for good! I'm not having to
hit that subscribe button.
I'm standing up for my democracy, unlike you, baby.
So let me ask you a question. So you want ICE out. Should we get the illegal aliens out?
I stop for good! I stop for good!
What about the illegal aliens?
I stop for good! What about their rights?
Okay. So if they're
What about the rights of American citizens to not pay their tax dollars for people who shouldn't be here? What about those rights?
Why do you think they're too stupid to talk to me? Do you think they're too stupid? Do you think your guys' people are too stupid to talk to me?
Yep, they do. They act like that. They're the de-escalators that only want escalation rather than conversation.
They'll make you look really bad, won't they? Are you the girl? Hey, hi, Justin,
asshole.
look. What'd you say?
Hi.
Oh, calling a woman a name like that. Are you seriously gonna act like that?
Did you see our video?
No.
You didn't see our video?
Don't even get a.
Yeah.
No cop.
You guys remember him? We'll put in a little flashback.
Don't you watch the news?
Oh, that was the guy. Yeah, same hat even.
I'm guessing things are not to your like. Stop it. You are so old. Quit acting this way. My toddlers behave better than this. I have 2 toddlers, and they act better than this. When I say stop, they stop. These people do not.
How many people asked you to stop?
Hi, I'm sorry.
How many people asked you to stop?
Yeah, I'm engaging in conversations.
No, you're being shitheads. You're being dishonest.
Well, then prove me wrong. How am I being dishonest? These people. Let's go up here. Hi, I love your signs, guys.
We're not engaging. No, we're not engaging.
In what? In her. In these cars.
It's called a conversation.
They're honking really loud. Do not engage with them, okay?
Step back from me. Step back from me. Step back. She said step back. Step back. She said.
Who's yelling? You're the ones that are yelling. If you don't want a conversation, then don't talk. And don't try to prevent freedom of the press by putting a sign in front of a camera.
Step back.
Are you her handler?
Are you the one that pooped her pants in college?
Yeah, you guys look like you're yourself right now because I showed up with a different opinion. Why can't
I want you to give me some space and step back. See, that's all I'm asking.
we're on a public sidewalk and we're engaging in a conversation? Why can't your friends debate with facts? Why do you drown out conversation?
If you're trying to stay lean and jacked,
because they know their opinions are stupid. They're just using it for social justice warrior nonsense. And a lot of them probably realize that the only reason they're going to be able to stay in power is to have those illegal aliens around to adjust the census votes and things like that. Otherwise, they understand that reasonable people are going to say people who don't belong in somebody's house should be kicked out of their house, right? Pretty simple to understand that.
Let's gather around.
Isn't it funny? They want ICE out. Out of what? Our country? So you guys want ICE out of the country, right? You want to enforce the borders and you don't want them within the borders of our country, right? That
They can't even answer that question. That's a setup question, you know. Normally the answer would be no. We just want them to stay home and get another job. That's what the normal human answer would be for a leftist, Make silence great again. Exactly. Just like, what the heck? Hey, status, what's going on? Oh my goodness, these people just can't even. It's a simple question she's giving you here. Just lay up questions,
It's pretty ironic. This woman is just giving me free press right here. You go to patreon.com/Caitlin Bennett. You guys are so freaking violent at these things. There's a trend among you guys. What? You literally just shouted, let's surround her. You said that. You said, let's surround her. You can go to patreon.com/Caitlin Bennett to support my work. $5 a month helps my security fund over here. You see, if it weren't for him...
You understand? When you say something like, let's surround her, you're advocating for kind of a violent type operation there. She's advocating for conversation. You're advocating for indoctrination and among other nations and things like that.
Probably be mobbing me to the point where I could not leave. So that's very interesting.
Yeah. I meant the smart ones or whatever, the ones that are in charge kind of thing. Those type ones. The normal, 60-year-old grandmas that are out there, it's just SJW or something to do as a hobby, rather than what do they call it when you're trying to make things with your pins and needles and things like that, crochet stuff, that kind of stuff. It's crocheting gets a little bit boring, so they've got to come out here and do something besides crochet.
Most annoying person on the planet.
Oh, so I'm less annoying than ICE. Would you say I'm less annoying than ICE? I think I have to point out, they're trying to deport someone who is different than them. They want me out of this space. They want me to go home, which ironically, that's all we're asking of illegal aliens in this country.
Do you understand how silly you're looking, people? Do you understand how ridiculous, psychotic you're making yourselves look?
Go home, get out of our country. What do you think?
We're just busy protesting, taking pictures, enjoying all this.
Yeah.
A guy can decide for himself, just like a woman can decide things for himself, okay? And I'm guessing this guy might have some Hispanic heritage here, and you're primarily white, what's the word I'm looking for? Presenting a person there. So why are you telling somebody, a Hispanic person, what to do here? That's very rude.
What are you protesting?
What, don't talk to him? Okay, thanks anyway.
Did you take orders from women?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm being told what to do by somebody. I bow down to authoritarian behavior because That's what fascists do, is bow down to authoritarian governmental power. Oh my goodness gracious, these people. It's too easy. I'm not trying to make fun of them. I'm hoping that they are smart enough to have a normal dialogue with her, but they don't. They act like this all the time. Why cannot they not have a conversation?
I'm saying not engaged. Okay, sorry. Say no more.
Okay, why do you take
Woman telling me what to do. I will say no more. Even though you probably had some strong points there, but unfortunately gets shouted down by a whistle.
orders from women? Why do you order around men like that? How disgusting. Why are you letting her order you around?
You're letting men into ordering you? Awesome.
Right,
Stop for a second, get on mine. I want to know if I.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, hey guys, can you all stop for a second? I wanted to talk to her.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks, my friend.
No, they won't. You're going to have about 2 or 3 other people saying, don't engage, or put a sign in front of the camera now. Watch this.
Can you ask her to stop real quick?
Oh, no, I know, but on my own.
I'm not doing it. I'm sorry.
Sandy,
I think it happened, and I'm not doing it
I
again.
understand. I've only just gotten here. I apologize. I didn't know if anything has happened. I've been all the way down there talking to people. So, Sandy, I'm running for Congress. I just want to talk to her for a second. I know.
You did, and you saw what happened.
No, I haven't spoken to her ever. I've never met her.
Okay, you saw what happened.
No, I don't know what happened.
You saw how they ridiculed our people on the videos. They ridiculed them, they embarrassed them, and I'm not having it again.
And you know, I'm here with you, and I love you. I admire that. You want to take a little walk so we can talk?
Yeah, let's go talk.
Off of our area.
You want me to get off of this area?
It's a public park, public sidewalk. It's not your area. Fascist.
Talk to him.
We can
It's not going to happen.
We can step over here.
We will talk right here. Sir, if you want to talk to me, we're going to do it right here.
Listen. I can tell you had adrenaline. I know, but listen, calm. You're a safety escort. You're a safety escort. I know, but you're a safety escort. Listen, I'm here for you. But you're a safety escort.
Right now.
I know, but listen. She's not embarrassing. She's not embarrassing.
She's recording everything. No, it's not okay.
I'm calm. You're calm.
Yeah, I am, because I know exactly what my goal is.
I understand that.
And I'm going to continue.
To show fascism towards somebody that has a different opinion than you. If she made you look bad, maybe you were saying bad things. Is this going to look good for this guy's campaign or not good for his campaign? Like, the people that he hangs around with are like this, not good for his campaign. The fact that he wants conversation with the other side, good for his campaign in Florida. He's ew.
We're on the same page, that's no problem.
Because they will ridicule our people the same way they did on the video.
Her face though.
They will attempt to do that. I know. Is it okay? Can I, guys? I just want to know if I can talk to her without you guys whistling.
If you guys go
Can we go to the parking lot?
Go, that's fine.
Okay.
Sir, I'm going to tell you something right now. Look at me. I am on public property just like you.
I understand.
I'm not going off the sidewalk.
No, I'm not.
Can I say something real quick to the camera? I think it's ironic that you're out here against ICE and against deportations. Not you.
I've never met.
She's not trying to ruin his campaign right here, but she is ruining his campaign here by doing this. You see what I mean? She's saying public place, public property. You don't want ICE agents out here doing bad things to people, but you want to be out there to be able to protest and have conversations out there with people. But your people are telling you where to go and when to go there. And you're allowing them to be pushed off of your own public sidewalks.
Listen to me.
I'm not going to talk to you.
I didn't say you.
Introductions are really important to me.
Okay, I love that. I did not say you said that.
If you want to talk, I'm running for Congress against Anna Paulina Luna.
Right.
I want to speak
to you. Okay, against Anna Paulina Luna.
Who are listening,
She's a friend of mine.
I've never spoken to you.
Great, I would love to talk to you.
When you're ready, but I didn't ask you.
I am ready right now.
I didn't ask you to step out.
I know, sir. Hold on. I am not saying you said anything.
But
no, you're not asking.
Say something right now that's going to put words in my mouth, and I'm not going to have.
You're not even letting me finish my sentence.
But you do
sir.
that a lot.
Sir, let me
I
finish
know.
my
Go ahead,
sentence,
go
okay? I did not say that you've said anything. I wanted to give my own commentary to
Of
the
course you
camera.
did. I didn't even know you were here.
Okay, that's great. But what I'm saying is I would love to talk to you. Anna Paulina Luna is my friend, and I would love to get your perspective on what you would do differently. I have no problem doing that. What I do have a problem with
I can answer
are
that.
people, hold on. What I do have a problem with are people who are against ICE
Under-
trying to tell me to get off
You're
public
putting-
property.
you're putting words in their mouth.
They do want, she
No
just
one-
said to get
no
off
one
the
is
space.
against ICE.
So what does
ICE
Anna
is the
Paulina do?
agency that has existed before the Trump
Says
administration.
ICE out for
I
good.
understand. I understand.
They want ICE gone.
They want ICE to be abolished if it continues to behave in the way it is now, and that's not the same as not supporting an agency like ICE. We all agree there needs to be an agency like ICE, but not
Why? Why does there need to be one?
because we also. Cindy, I can't
No,
hear.
I'm sorry. I'm not. If you want to talk to her about
We can try.
I can go down on the sidewalk. That'd be great.
We're on the sidewalk.
Down, away from my people.
So you want me to go to a certain location?
Correct.
You want to determine which land I stay on?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're acting like an ICE agent.
Oh.
Really? So you believe in borders now?
Luckily, I don't have a gun.
Excuse me, what would you do with a gun?
Okay, right? Do we not have no guns here?
Luckily, you don't have a gun.
No guns.
And then point it to your bag.
What are you talking about?
Let's not send it.
You're being insane right now.
Less you said, the better. Let's take a deep breath. Less you said, the better. Yeah.
Luckily, she doesn't have a gun, she said. I'm thankful you guys don't believe in guns because my goodness.
Yeah, you
just
have everybody pants shooter.
What?
Pants shooting Caitlin Bennett. That's what they want. That's what they
She
want.
would
Shoot us all right.
You're a complete crazy person. Going back to after the personal stuff, this person's smart enough to know that what you're saying is stupid. Like the other person said, all she does is make you look bad. You're making yourselves look bad by going after personal stuff when this person may implied a potential threat. Wow.
Okay, but don't please say to somebody who cares.
I come with a civil dialogue, and they accuse me of wanting to shoot them, which is totally false.
Campuses because you shit your pants and you're embarrassed.
Did you notice when she said, I'm doing my goal, I'm doing what I'm here to... That was cool. You didn't even need a whistle for that one. You got that button, 8647.
Yeah.
Do you think ICE is in any capacity legitimate?
No,
Why not?
because they're directed by a fascist dictator.
What is fascism?
A dictator that's allowing you to do this. Probably 150 miles from his home, right? They're allowing you to go out there and protest him and his ICE and everything 150 miles from his house. Mar-a-Lago, I'm guessing, and this is Central Florida. You guys do the math, but wow.
When military, okay, I have no further comment.
Just a definition. Just a
He won't give a definition. He can't do it because his definition is exactly what those people are doing, telling you where to go and what to do. They have an authoritarian behavior.
definition, sir. Just a definition. Cindy, can I ask you a question, Cindy? Instead of just whistling, you guys felt so embarrassed by how you acted last time.
No, it doesn't help at all. No, Kamal, it doesn't. Neither does whistling in somebody's ear. It's ridiculous and it hurts people's eardrums. And I thought they care about people's lives and humanity, but evidently they don't care about people's hearing. Oh, they're next to a target is the other reason why they're out there.
Do you think you're going to look any better on this video? Stop it. Couldn't you just debate me in facts instead of whispering? I know you have to be smart enough to be able to talk, right? It's recording that way, by the way.
Not the criminals.
Just. What'd you say, sir?
You heard what I said. Who do you represent?
No oxygen. No oxygen. We're not engaging that.
Who do you represent?
Myself.
Get away from me.
Cindy.
Get away from me. Get away from me.
Put your sign up on the sign.
Get away from me.
You're the one that said something to get her attention, and then you say, get away from you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, worst dictator ever. Yeah, very worst possible dictator. Very worst racist ever too. Black opportunity zones, HBCUs, black unemployment was the best ever under his first administration. Lowest ever. What other things did he do out there? opportunity zones in inner cities. Yeah.
What is fascism? Don't touch me. You don't need to. What is fascism? You don't need to antagonize. I was just, he's shouting at me. Support.
Again, two words repeated back and forth. And is anything else going to fit into the head there? Is anything else allowed to go into your head? Any other opinions? Do you have any other thoughts besides those two repeated things? Let me check and see.
Yeah! Woo!
Yeah, woo to effing people in an organization without their consent and effing a married man without his consent. Yay to that is what the person says. I thought they were about consent.
And what did he say? He said he raped children. You sure you pooped your pants in college?
Yes.
It's like she can answer that question like that. Yes, she pooped her pants. Like, what's your name? Me some crazy college students who did not poop or pee their pants in college. Goodness gracious! Do you understand what happens the first 2 years of college?
They all have the same talking points on their signs. All of them are the same talking points.
A murderer.
How so? Sir, can you
Same guy that said stay away from me came back into her face. Do you understand how ridiculous you guys are being?
debate with facts? I know you're smart enough, right? Surely you're smart enough. Are they all like this? You are not bringing your best.
The only ones I'm curious if the Congress person wants to disassociate himself from all this nonsense. I'm guessing that person that's doing it's Anna Paulina Luna did not really. I'm curious if she's going to have an ad with what happened here.
Are you just like Mexico and Venezuela, El Salvador? They are not sending their best. You guys do not have a good team here. Why is it you attract?
You know what she ought to do if she's going to do an ad? You know, I don't know if she's having trouble in this district or not, but if that's her only competition, do some of that stuff. This person's friends do not allow conversation and don't want kind of listening to both sides at the same, and have another video of her inviting liberals to speak at a town hall or something like that, where they get the front of the line, you know, Charlie Kirk style. That would be the way to destroy that opposition.
These type of people.
Politically.
Violent people who are shoving my husband. Sorry, boss.
Multiple whistles. Yay, my ears are feeling so good. Hillary's, we won't go into the Hillary accidents that you're talking about there, Wolfie. I probably can't talk about that on here because there's no alleged evidence of such a thing.
They're actually really in my ears right now. We need to get an officer. We need to get an officer. Yeah.
Yes, because the decibel level in most of Florida is 65 during the day, and I'm pretty sure you're over that. You know, I was going to suggest Hernando and Francisco bring a decibel meter next time they go out there to see. City ordinance says 65. Here says 75 on my. I think here, can we do something about this, police officers? No. If you go away, they'll stop the whistle.
They're surrounding me with whistles at every single turn. My ears are ringing really bad. You guys are hurting me.
He's doing mine too.
What?
He's doing mine too, so I know how to do it.
Yeah, so stop doing it. That's
like this is like an ICE protest almost about at this point here. You know, there's still some people out protesting and doing their thing there out in front of ICE or protesting ICE, but a lot of the people out there, the big wigs or whatever, if you will, yellow vests and the popular people or whatever from the ICE protests are engaging with the influencers of the right. While the normal protesters are out there doing whatever it is they do in front of ICE or out there. Interesting.
They said, let's follow her. I am not going to tolerate them circling me with whistles and hurting me. You guys are
Mental.
hurting me, and I've walked away from you multiple times.
The sign says only you can prevent fascism. As he's acting fascistic.
They are hurting my
That's part of it. The reason they can't define it, because they know that they are the perfect example of it.
ears. I keep walking away from them, and they are saying, get your whistles, let's follow her. That's what they're doing. It is literally my First Amendment right to be out here. They don't have to talk to me, but I'm allowed to be out here on public property. Women's rights, guys. Stop hurting my ears.
Shouldn't you be bigger? You need a bigger cameraman. You really do.
What a sad people. I don't understand this.
How's it going? You support the slave catchers?
Who's a slave? Who's a slave? Did you just call illegal immigrants slaves? What is wrong with you? Seriously, what is going on in your head? I can't see through your ear, but something is going on in this guy's head where he just implied that illegal immigrants are slaves. I know that you want to treat them like that, basically, you know, but didn't know they would actually call them that.
Slave catchers and kitty.
Guys, hi. Can help? We're not talking to her, okay?
All right.
Please.
I was just making my views known on slave catchers and kitty.
So let's just walk away, though, for right now.
What do you think about Biden the past 4 years?
I love her outfit. Isn't it so cute, right?
It's no problem.
Yeah, it is.
How?
Is she looking at her clock like it's almost time to go, everybody? Your hour and a half is almost up. It's time to go. You know, a protest ends at a certain time. It's time to round them up. You know, it's a very important thing to protest, but it's time to end the protest. Man, that bodyguard's earning his job today, I tell you. Whatever this was. What does she got? Upside down flag, F Trump, Black Lives Matter. I'm looking for a Democrat Socialist of America. Oops. What is wrong with you? Seriously, he's a bodyguard. He's not going to talk to you. If you keep doing stupid things, you might find out something. Resistors, felon, F Trump. They got all of them on there almost. I haven't seen the rainbow one yet, though. I didn't see anything there. What about on that side? Well, a normal American flag on that one there. Surprise. Death to something or other. Death to not so seas.
I'm walking away, and they will not stop.
Well, yes, I'd like to report an emergency. Yes, there's an assault in progress.
What is wrong with these people here? Just going crazy. Somebody has a different opinion. Let's yell and scream at them.
I think I saw a gun. Yes, there's a gun.
Why are you?
Whoa. Yes, there's a pew pew. Where's the pew pew?
Playing songs with the N-word as a white person.
Well, I didn't write or record the song, but the song
You're choosing to play that.
Yes, I am, because the song is Donald Trump.
Yeah, but it also says derogatory terms towards black people.
Well, my son-in-law has told me there are certain things that it's okay. Certain times that
The N-word's okay to say in certain times?
At certain times.
Yeah,
In
like what?
proper context.
Would you say it now?
What? Yes, Donald Trump. If I see him in the dictionary, I ain't doing nothing. All right. What are you doing after the protest? You're kind of cute. I could use a good date.
No.
I bet you suck good. Young.
What kind of a creepy weirdo is that?
Okay.
That was ridiculous and my ears hurt. What do you think about that?
What I think is that what I value is what we're doing. Like I value.
What you're doing, if you're part, you support her, the lady that was doing all this. If she's part of the we that you just mentioned, you're not making any sense.
Dialogue, discourse.
She doesn't value dialogue and discourse. The person in charge out there that said she was in charge does not value dialogue and discourse. You said, and you just said we. So you're lying through your teeth right there, buddy.
Always.
So you'll disavow these people?
Well, hold on. To disavow a person? I don't know. Tell me what that means to.
Not the person. The protest and the way that it's handled out here.
Disavow.
Well, you disavow their actions.
Well, I'm not going to disavow their actions only because here's the thing: your listeners, my listeners, what I'm doing is modeling discourse. Hold on.
No, you need to call out bad discourse and promote good discourse. That's what you do. You can say that you like good discourse, but it means nothing if you can't call out the people that try to prevent that from happening. You know, the fascist behavior that prevents it from happening, you're stopping that.
Or you have the impulse to talk over me. I know, but just be calm. I'm a teacher.
I've been assaulted. Just be calm. I won't disavow the people that are assaulting you. Just be calm. Disavow the behavior.
Well, we've only been talking for a minute.
Disavow the behavior.
But guys, you would agree? We've only been talking for a minute.
Disavow their behavior.
I haven't been able to make my point.
I say I disavow them assaulting you like that and following you and grouping around you. Even though you said I'm being hurt, please stop.
Okay, you asked me if I would disavow them. I'm not going to disavow them, but can we continue?
No, the actions.
You're talking about,
Yeah.
but at least can we continue talking?
So this person is running against Anna Paulina Luna, who will not disavow
but she's
protesters
also
out
has a
here
point. She's also-
that
listen.
will circle you if you disagree,
I'm doing-
blow
she
whistles
does.
into your
She
ears.
won't-
Every single angle around me.
Of 29 years.
Yeah,
and
so
we-
you know assault is bad.
You guys know I've already said I value dialogue and discourse.
Yeah.
I'm not going to disrespect Ms. Bennett. I respect her for exercising her constitutional rights, and I also appreciate the vigilance.
Then if you respected her for doing her constitutional rights of free speech, you would disavow or at least criticize the people that are preventing her from doing so, and you won't do it. Do you understand? There's two things you need to do. Congratulate the good and disassociate yourself from the bad. How hard is this to understand here? Just like, I take Tommy, for instance. I like Tommy's passion and his basic message. I don't like the words that he uses to get that message across in a lot of cases. You see that? I can say the good things about Tommy, and I can say the bad things about Tommy at the same time. This guy can only say the good things. He likes dialogue, but he won't say that he is against people preventing that dialogue. Does that make sense?
But your model, I do. But can we just talk for a second? I'm not going to.
I'm going to let you talk after you disavow them, following me with whistles.
Guys, with respect, you can see I can't continue talking with her because she won't let me, because she's not going to let me unless I disavow.
Yeah.
I'm not going
Can
to.
you disavow assault and battery?
Of course, I disavow assault and battery since
Specifically what they did, right?
Okay. If something happened, I didn't see or have control over, but people are here to exercise their constitutional
Sir, respectfully, you were asking them as well
make
to
my point
stop.
again. She's
You
actually-
know what they were doing.
I'm running for Congress because Anna Paulina Luna has not been talking about the things that matter. I'm a history teacher. I listen to people for a living. I want her to model her commitment to her constituents by coming to the district, talking, sitting down, and talking about the things that matter. I mean, no disrespect to her. I think she's to be honored for running for office.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to win his primary, but if he does win his primary, I'd love for Caitlin to invite Anna Paulina Luna to another one of these protests and have him show up and see the reaction that leftists give to the right, and the right is just there to have a conversation. and see if he still holds up to his values at that point.
Also made a video earlier today where I thanked her for doing that with no disrespect. But my point
This is what we're going to say. Anna Paulina Luna, can you respond to me here after witnessing this? Your opponent will not condemn and disavow his supporters assaulting me and committing battery against me. Anna Paulina Luna, will you respond publicly and disavow people surrounding me with whistles and other Trump supporters and assaulting them committing battery after they've asked them to stop? Will you disavow that, Anna Paulina Luna?
You little snowflake, they blew whistles at you.
Yes, it's against the law to do things that decibel level in people's ears. You understand that there's ear drums and everything, and you cannot drum on the ear too much, otherwise it's going to damage those ear drums that control your hearing. You absolute. This is like 7th grade behavior to know this. 7th grade science. You don't do that to ears.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Little snowflake. They're just supporting illegal aliens that are here illegally committing crimes. Yeah, I know. You can't handle deportations, can you? What kind of man?
That's me. It's me. You little snowflake.
Come on, buddy.
We're done here.
Finally, they realize to control their own people for the first time. Rather than try to push somebody out of their area, you're realizing your people might be the problem. And somebody that acts like that doesn't want to have a conversation anyway, and just make himself look silly. Wow.
We're done. Security. We're done.
That was crazy. Okay. I wonder what that was like 3 weeks ago, but I'm sure Anna Paulina Luna said something since then or something like that. But that was wild. Let's watch see some news here real quick, guys and girls. Are you still with me? All right, 2 hours. You're still 29 people still hanging out. I appreciate it. That guy was creepy. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's still in the race or not after that, but I'm not sure. Hey, is that Central Florida? You think somewhere in that area? I'm not sure. Some area where the Hispanic Republican won the contest. This is in St. Paul here, ICE agents. Ooh, that's loud in the ear. Sorry about that. I'm going to do it without the audio. Okay. Without the audio, but massive whistles going right in there. Your ear. You just heard that test run right there. Imagine that constantly happening in this guy's ear right now. Not even turn off the audio. Loud whistling, ear-piercing whistling. These guys are calm and collected and still going about their business. Ear-piercing whistling here. Just FYI, I'll play it for half a second here for you. Get the idea? Still doing all that. And these guys are just going about their business. Looks like 2 or 3 of them there. And even the people walking by there have to cover their ears. Police are over there kind of keeping the peace, more or less. Still with the ear-piercing whistling. Nobody does anything about it. They think it's okay to do that kind of loud whistling stuff. Swalwell says or did something here.
Well, were you calling to the DCC to return Epstein associate Reid Hoffman's donations? Were you calling the DCC to return?
Congressman, your reaction to the 5,000 National Guard troops being taken out of Los Angeles?
He won't answer any questions. He doesn't like to be normal. Here's another situation. Evidently, Right Angle News Network shocking video shows liberals in Minneapolis attempting to prevent ICE from arresting an illegal, Junior Herrera, who was caught with 57 pounds of meth. And they want to let this guy go. They assume he's just the Maryland man or the Minneapolis man, not understanding why he's being arrested by ICE agents, evidently. Crazy. But back off. Back off.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's just a little boy.
Little boy carrying around 57 pounds of meth that probably got paid a lot of money to do it and everything as a mule, basically, what they call people trade the money.
Oh my god.
But he likely knew what he was carrying. Here's the California First Lady is not a fan of the press, evidently, you know. But Gavin Newsom doesn't want to stand up and sort of say, I don't like your questions or anything like that, like Trump would say, you know. But she evidently doesn't like certain questions being asked of her husband.
No, we just find it incredulous that we have Planned Parenthood here.
Planned Parenthood here. Planned Parenthood here.
And women are 51% of the population. And the majority of the questions, all of these questions have really been about other issues. So it's just fascinating. You have this incredible women's caucus and all these allies, and you're not asking about it. And this happens over and over and over.
They know what his opinions are on Planned Parenthood, that he's backing them and giving them emergency funds. But he's rarely in front of a camera to answer questions. Now they have a chance to ask him questions and things like that. They already know what his views on abortion are. Do you understand this? They don't need to ask him questions. He can give his statement about it and things like that. You don't need to get his opinion on Planned Parenthood. Probably very similar opinions to Margaret Sanger, if you know what I mean. You know, just getting minorities votes and things like that, you know, and not, you know, birth rates and things like that, you know. But anyway.
And over again, you wonder why we have such a horrific war on women in this country and that these guys are getting away with it because you don't seem to care. So I just offer that with love. But you have incredible women in this room and you have these allies. Ask about what we're here.
Allies. These comrades, at least that one there. Allies.
Hear my colleagues on the other side of the aisle. What I hear is the same racist, misogynistic trash.
Democrat.
Different decade.
Illinois Democrat. Chicago, Illinois Democrats. This is what the Chicago, Illinois Democrats focus on. Not the crime rate in their city or anything like that, or the gang violence or anything like that. They focus on what again?
Look, as I hear my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, what I hear is the same racist, misogynistic trash, different decade. Republicans are invoking historical policies intended, let's be clear, to disenfranchise Americans, especially working people, women, students, indigenous people, and anyone who can't afford the burdens of a new bill. The Save America Act is yet another Republican attempt to intimidate and suppress the votes of anyone who threatens their extremist white supremacist
absolute idiot.
This agenda. Look,
wanting people that are legally here to legally vote is white supremacy, guys, based on what the Democrats believe. But it looks like I'm seeing Minnesota here. PG on the scene. Got this video here. Police officer announces that protesters are trespassing and are being detained. Why aren't they arrested immediately rather than just detained? They're trespassing. They've been trespassed. They're probably back after being trespassed, and they're still there. They're asking to be arrested. What you do is you arrest them. We'll see what happens.
That's fucked up. 13 to 20 or 15.
Do they think this is going to get them women or something like that? Is that why they're protesting out there? I don't understand this.
Ice out! Get the fucking ice out! Ice out everywhere! Ice out soda! Democrats stop the funding! Ice out now!
Well, let me get my voice out. Yes, I'm going to be famous to say get ice out, and I'll be detained for an hour and then let out, and to go to the next target down the road.
Stand. Stop the terror. Stop the terror. Communities. Ice out now. Ice out.
Ice out.
Ice out.
Shame on you.
Alright, may I have your attention at this time? You are
Crazies. Let's see what else we got over here. I saw a lot of this stuff here. This was good here. Just kind of the good things about Pam Bondi. You guys always want to say the bad things about her, but here's the good things I like about her.
I've got a series of
calling out the nonsense of Biden.
questions for you that we can get through pretty quickly, I think. Can you tell me, is it true that the Biden-Harris DOJ raided President Trump's home?
They did.
Did the Biden-Harris DOJ allow Jack Smith to spy on over a dozen Republican members of Congress?
Absolutely.
Did the Biden-Harris DOJ seize the phone of a sitting Republican congressman?
Yes.
Did the Biden-Harris DOJ and Jack Smith pay at least $20,000 to confidential human sources to provide information on President Trump?
At least.
At least. Did the Biden-Harris DOJ and FBI fail to apprehend the suspect who placed pipe bombs near the Capitol ahead of January 6th?
Yes.
Did the Biden-Harris DOJ target parents as domestic terrorists?
Absolutely.
Did the Biden-Harris DOJ target pro-life Catholics, going so far as to interview a priest and a choir director?
Yes.
Did the Biden-Harris DOJ send FBI
What's going on, Howard?
SWAT teams to arrest pro-life advocates with no criminal histories?
Yes.
Did the Biden-Harris DOJ use the FACE Act to target pro-life advocates while...
Oh, interesting. The FACE Act that they used, and all of a sudden the Democrats are saying if the Republicans or the DOJ uses the FACE Act to go after Don Lemon and things like that, it's racist or bad, and he's just protesting. He's just normally doing things, there. But, when they do it, it's okay to go after people standing outside of an abortion clinic on public property. But when you go into a church, that's okay.
It allowed anti-life agitators to vandalize, destroy, and firebomb pregnancy resource centers and churches.
Multiple times, I believe.
Multiple times. Did the Biden-Harris DOJ ever determine who leaked the Dobbs decision?
I can't discuss that. No, under Biden-Harris.
Got it.
No.
That's kind of interesting there. Was it a purposeful slip up or not at that point there? Because it makes it sound like that the Trump administration is thinking about releasing who leaked the Dobbs decision, the abortion decision back then that cost Republicans the 2022 election. But obviously Biden didn't do anything to find that out. But she said she can't share that information, at least not yet, I'm guessing Trump might kind of allow that information to be released in the near future. And we all know who is suspected of releasing the Dobbs decision, right? Somebody who doesn't, a staffer or the person related to the woman who doesn't know what a woman is. Because technically she was not a Supreme Court justice, but she was getting ready to be a Supreme Court justice, so she was allowed information in there. But that'll be interesting.
The Biden-Harris DOJ and FBI target whistleblowers for revealing waste, fraud, and abuse within the department to Congress.
Not to my knowledge.
Did the Biden-Harris DOJ refuse to say whether it coordinated with Alvin Bragg, Fannie Willis, and Letitia James in their lawfare against President Trump?
They refused.
Did the Biden-Harris DOJ slow walk the criminal investigation and prosecution of Hunter Biden?
That's an understatement, in my opinion.
Yep. Did the Biden-Harris DOJ determine who brought cocaine into the Biden White House?
They did not.
They did not. Did the Biden-Harris DOJ cover up the extent?
As far as we know, they did not.
Right. That's right. Did the Biden-Harris DOJ cover up the extent of the Russia collusion hoax?
Absolutely, in my opinion. Yes.
Did the Biden-Harris DOJ...
Notice how she's been careful in some of these kind of opinions. Like, in my opinion, if she can verify something legally, she'll say for sure. If it's a little more opinion based, then she says it's in my opinion.
DOJ, seek leniency from a federal court for an IRS contractor who leaked sensitive tax information on over 7,600 Americans, including President Trump.
Yes.
Did the Biden-Harris DOJ sue Texas because the state wanted to secure its own southern border?
Yes.
And finally, did the Biden-Harris DOJ attack SpaceX for hiring too many Americans?
I believe they did.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
It is unbelievable. And I appreciate that a lot of this is being cleaned up under your leadership. So thank you for returning the DOJ back to its core focus, which is on the rule of law.
There we go. I just thought that'd be interesting. I don't want to really hear Jasmine Crockett for 2 minutes. No, thank you. We'll hear
twice. Attorney General
Twice.
Bondi.
No, can I finish my answer?
No, I'm going to reclaim my time because I asked you a specific question
Attorney General
that
can
I would
respond to your
like
question.
you to answer, which is, will you turn to the survivors? This is not about anybody that came before you. It is about you taking responsibility for your Department of Justice and the harm that it has done to the survivors who are standing right behind you and are waiting for you to turn to them and apologize for what your Department of Justice has done.
Members get to ask the questions, the witness gets to answer in the way they want to answer. The Attorney General can
That's
respond.
not accurate, Mr.
Yes, that is accurate.
Chairman.
Because she
It
doesn't
is
like the
my
answer.
time.
So,
Mr. Chairman,
why
I have asked
didn't
a
she ask
question.
Merrick Garland this?
I am
twice when
reclaiming
he
my
sat in
time, and
chair?
when I
will
reclaim my
continue to
time,
answer.
it is
Mr. Chairman, the
my
gentlelady's
time.
reclaimed
I'm
her
not going
time.
to get in the gutter for her theatrics.
The time belongs to the gentlelady. The gentlelady has 17 seconds.
Thank you. You're not going to answer this question, so let me just
Chairman,
say
I'll
this.
direct it to
What a
you.
massive
No, I'm
cover-up.
answering a
Mr.
question.
Chairman, will you restore her time? The witness is
not gonna get
interrupted.
in the
Oh, I can't stand that other guy.
gutter with this woman.
Stop the
She's
time.
doing theatrics.
Not the baby, but the actual guy.
And let me have my time.
The gentlelady from Washington controls the time. The gentlelady has 17 seconds. You can proceed with your final
Thank you.
17 seconds.
What a massive cover-up this has been and continues to be. Donald Trump made the release of the Epstein files the center of his political campaign.
It was a side note in his political campaign, if that. People were asking him about it and everything, and he says, "Yeah, we're going to try to be the most transparent administration ever."
Because he thought it would benefit him. Then you got into office, Attorney General, claimed to have a client list, only
Regular
to
order.
then say that there was no list. Your deputy, Todd Blanche, met alone with Elaine Maxwell
time of the
and
gentlelady has
transferred
expired.
her to a minimum security prison. And now you continue the
time of the
cover-up. And
gentlelady
I
has
wish
expired.
that you would turn around to the survivors.
Curious. I think she said it in that thing like, what branch of government transferred Elaine Maxwell to a minimum security prison? Transfer center. Transfer occurred during this. Yeah. Google says, yeah, it was likely Todd Blanche, but the through the Federal Bureau of Prisons are the ones that really kind of facilitated it.
Who are standing right behind you and on a human level,
Chairman,
Chair now
apologize
recognizes the chair.
on what you have done.
Time of the gentlelady
yield
expired.
back.
The gentlelady, you have no time to yield back.
Theatrics.
We appreciate that. We appreciate the thought. And I would argue the central issue in the last election, the presidential election, was securing the border.
Yes. Thank you for making sense there.
What do you think about?
Golden Gate Bridge.
The Golden Gate Bridge, a beautiful city. Now, you do have beautiful parts of the city, but there's no way that you should come to San Francisco, the beautifulest city in California, to see things like this.
Yeah, good.
A hotel that's shuttered, that can't be open. It's impossible to open because people jump over this fence and break into the tourists' rooms. And they can't get no protection because, like you say, Prop 47.
Yeah, Prop 47. That sounds like Prop 47 sounds like it was kind of the downfall
Yeah.
of San Francisco.
California's in nowadays.
It is one of the biggest downfalls of San Francisco when they stopped making crime illegal. Not illegal. See, it used to be a time when a person get caught with a crack pipe. The police give them a ticket. Normally, they don't show up to jail court for that ticket. So when the police see them again, they get arrested on the warrant. Now they got that warrant. They can sit in jail for 2, 3, 4, 5 days on that warrant. And during that 3, 4, 5 days on that warrant, they could change their thinking because they not got no drugs in their system. The drugs left their system. Now that's the time that you can get them to go back in treatment, to get into treatment, because they had that time out away from drugs. Now you can't arrest them for having a crack pipe. How could you arrest them for having a crack pipe? That's one city department giving it to them, and then another city department arresting them for it. So they made it legal now to have drug paraphernalia.
Yeah. So now the best choice somebody might have had was to go to jail. The two people that I've talked to that have King Queen today in the stream have been people that went to jail and then they were able to finally think clear because they were able to get everything out of the system and they were able to get clean. But now you can just walk around with drug paraphernalia and nothing happens to them.
Nothing happened to them.
So,
It's not don't get me wrong, it's not the police's fault.
yeah,
It's the city hall fault because they making it legal. The city commission don't want them to arrest people for having drug paraphernalia because their excuse is you arrested people for using drugs or arrested a person for on drugs. That's not what it is. They arrested someone because they're in possession of illegal drugs.
You want to do an interview, fam? Just living in the city. Life in the city.
we're live right now.
Talk, can you turn your music down?
So, right?
This is
That was a good interview there. Somebody in San Francisco or LA area. I didn't see that live, but it looked like a good one. How many more videos do I have here? Not too many here. Well, let's start with this. Canadian police reveal they are respecting the Pew Pew Man's gender pronouns. He transitioned at 12.
Jesse was my question. We're not hiding it. In fact, you're the first media to ask the question. I will say this. We identified the suspect as they chose to be identified in public and in social media. I can say that Jesse was born as a biological male who approximately, the information that I have, approximately 6 years ago began to transition to female and identified as female, both socially and we're not hiding.
Okay. Then treat them as that, check and see if the person might be pregnant. Instead of, having him turn his head and cough or something like that to check his medical records, do what you would do with a woman to check their medical situation. Then if you're going to legally treat them that way, then medically treat them that way also. Do you understand how silly that is? If you're going to legally treat them in a certain way, then you would think that medically you would also have to do that same thing, right? That would just make sense. Canada.
It's my time, Mr. Chair. Cut gas prices by 1,400%. False. That he won the 2020 election.
Actually, gas is down to $1.99 a gallon, thanks to
that he
President
didn't
Trump.
know Epstein.
Maybe $5
False.
in
That he
California.
cut gas prices by 1,400%. False. That he won the 2020 election.
Actually,
False.
gas is down
That
to
he
$1.99
didn't
a
know
gallon,
Epstein.
thanks to
that
President
he didn't
Trump.
know Epstein.
Maybe $5
False.
in
That he said,
California.
it's my time, Mr.
Gotcha.
About fraud, the more that I feel as though COVID was meant to bankrupt our country.
She might say something in there that YouTube doesn't like. Follow Angela Rose. She's a good follower on there also.
Trump's lies about his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein.
You're about as good of a lawyer today as you were when you tried to impeach President Trump in 2016. Have you apologized for that in 2019?
So will you unredact this? Will you
were
unredact
lead
this?
counsel on that. Privilege.
I'm asking you, will you unredact this?
Privileged.
Privilege, of course. I look forward to discussing this more. Now, these are obviously improper redactions.
And let me
to
stop for a
protect-
minute.
I'm
No,
talking.
no.
I'm
if they're
talking.
not privileged,
Quiet.
don't yell at me. If they're not
Mr. Chairman, would you stop the clock? This is on your time. It's not on Mr. Gomez.
They're not
Even though
privileged.
you used your
If we review
improper
them and they're not-
redactions
You'll like my answer.
to
If we
continue
review
to
them and they're not
protect
privileged,
Donald
belongs to
we
the
will
member.
be happy to release them.
We'll
after
stop the
review.
clock. We'll stop the clock. Time belongs to the member.
Here we go. Here's the photograph. This is why he wanted to repeat everything that had been said previously on Epstein. This is his state, New York. You probably don't even know who this is. Wahid Mohammed from Afghanistan.
Yes, because I'm no longer a prosecutor.
Convicted of assault. Wow, he represents New York. Wow, yet he doesn't care about the illegal aliens convicted of crimes. Assault and homicide. No longer a prosecutor, so he doesn't care about his constituents. Here we go. Arson, El Salvador, Miguel Palacios.
I like this part. I didn't see this.
Herman Flores Ramales, Mexico. Rape.
Let's talk.
Let's change the subject and quit making me look so bad. What was this one here? After these 7 Democrats voted no to stricter penalties for child traffickers, they also refused to sign the ballot measure to let the people have a say on the issue. The No Kings crowd believes their decisions are final. You, the people, don't deserve to make your own law. Let's see what happens here.
State.
Do you all support the right to have a vote? Would you sign the petition? In the Capitol? Okay, would you sign it outside of the Capitol? So you don't support the ballot measure? Do you guys support the ballot measure? So you don't support people's right to have a say? Yeah.
Yeah, they don't support people's right to have a say. They just want their say, but nobody else's say. No petitions, just dictatorship behaviors, fascist behavior from Democrats. That's all. David, there. Let's see what else. 3 more to go. Okay, what do we got here?
Is this person?
I'm not sure what was going on with this one here, but apparent situation there. I don't know.
No way. And I told you about that, Attorney General, before you start. You can let her filibuster all day long, but not on our watch. Not on our time. No way. And I told
Do you understand why you're there? When you're there on the floor of the House or of the Senate, that's your time to talk to the American people. To get your point across to the American people. Okay? When you're asking people information from the government, it's the government's time there for them to answer the questions you have for them. Not your time to filibuster and go over a whole bunch of things. Their time to be transparent with the American people about the issues. You understand how this works? Your time in the big room next door to yours, right here. When you're in the smaller rooms, it's the executive branch's time to talk and let their opinions out. There's facts that they've worked on. Pretty simple.
told you about that, Attorney General, before you started.
You don't tell me.
Yeah, I
anything,
did tell you because we saw what you did in the Senate.
Lawyer, not even a lawyer.
Committee will be in order.
Time, and I should get back at least 45 seconds.
We will give you a few more seconds. I
Not
said
a
that
few more,
already.
45 seconds.
Okay, I'm timing right now, Mr. Knapp.
Jim Jordan probably had a big headache after this.
All right.
My time.
You can let her filibuster all.
Democrats. Last one. Okay. This is Dave Medina. 2 years ago, I asked Portland educators who were on strike at the time why families were leaving Portland schools in record numbers. He's also running for governor. They solely blamed falling ceiling tiles, and AC units for the record numbers. That why people are failing in schools.
The state, you're a teacher. You know this stuff better than I do. That's why I'm asking you guys. So if you can't tell me why there's declining enrollment.
Because of the issues we're out here about. There's too many kids in classes. There are ceiling tiles falling off of the ceiling onto our students. Classrooms are too cold, too hot. Parents are pulling their kids out of PPS to go to private schools and charters and online school.
People are looking at the school district saying you guys are the highest funded school teachers in the state, and these students are performing horribly compared to the nation's standards. I mean, the average GPA in Portland Public Schools is 1.7. Don't you think that some of this has to do with maybe some of the curriculum that's being pushed on some of these kids? That's why you guys have declining enrollment. Does that have something to do with it?
Yes, it does, but I can't say that out loud.
You're not interested because I brought up one thing and you cannot tell me.
Sir,
Do you understand this is the problem?
I
though?
understand, but if
So
you can't
educate
name a
us.
curriculum,
Educate us.
I'm just not interested in being recorded, honestly.
Okay, well, we're on public ground, so I mean, you spoke to me, but
I know.
that's okay. But this is the problem. You cannot defend why you guys are striking. You can't defend simple questions.
12 administrative positions last year. They weren't there before. They created 12. That's like $2 million at least. So there are reasons. And I work with a teacher who has rat poop in her desk and
Yeah,
cannot
that's not
use it.
acceptable. I agree with that.
So
But why are you guys pushing political agendas on families that don't want it? You are.
Yes, they are. Let's see if there's any latest news here or anything like that, Travis related or anything like that. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, I'm just kind of curious what he had to say.
And the Democrats have taken a hard position that it's okay. Now, the law already prevents that, but if that's true, then why wouldn't we want to put into law something that would require when you go to vote that you prove you're a United States citizen? And that's all the SAVE Act does.
Yep.
And so, you know, they can cry and lament this actually being voted on, but I'd be hard-pressed to have to defend a position that doesn't believe that you have to be an American citizen to vote in an American election.
I'll finish off with the words of Speaker Mike Johnson defending the SAVE Act. This is from yesterday. Leader Thune, listen.
The SAVE Act just simply says you have to have verification of citizenship to register to vote. That's about a 90-10 issue on many of the polls in this country. And we're going to enhance it by what the president calls the Save America Act. And so it would be proof of citizenship to register to vote and voter ID, which is also about an 80 or 90% issue on the polling nationwide.
Nothing going on Capitol Hill these days. Leader Thune, I'll give you a final thought on all of it.
Well, I honestly, you know, this right now, their political base is demanding they fight with anything that President Trump wants. It is Trump derangement syndrome. It is on steroids around here these days. And even logical, commonsensical things like ensuring that if you're going to vote in an American election, you ought to be an American citizen. They're going to just instinctively oppose. So that's what we're up against. But we're going to do our best in spite of that to make sure that our government is funded and that we're putting policies in place that keep the American people safer and more prosperous.
To be clear, Leader, it does sound like you're saying that what you're describing as Trump derangement syndrome is at the highest you've seen it. So my last question to you is just, do you truly believe that the party, Democrats, would stand for a complete shutdown of DHS?
I think it's going to be very hard to defend.
All right, guys. If you guys want to, I don't want to do this right now.
You keep saying that it was Bear Mace that burned her.
Tommy's live right now. Let's see if he's live on YouTube here also. Sometimes if he goes live to YouTube, I'll also give you his link so you can watch about what's going on with Travis over there. He's talking about Travis and some other issues over there right now. I think he is. Let me refresh this. He might be going to Rumble. I don't see him on YouTube. Wait, Thomas Allen. Sorry. Yeah, there he is. Yes, he is live. Let me give you this link. You guys can go watch Tommy over there. I'll see. He needs to follow me on YouTube if he hasn't done it already here, but I'm going to put this link in the chat, and then I'm going to see if I can raid over to him here as he's talking about that stuff there. But otherwise, that is his link as he's talking about Travis and stuff like that over there. Let me check and see if it's going to let me raid to him. Basically, otherwise he's going to have to set up a YouTube even more. Hey, man, I keep losing subscribers, guys. I don't know why it is. I lost 2 subscribers earlier. I lost another 2 subscribers just recently. Why am I losing subscribers? I thought it might at least stay even, but you guys I'm losing subscribers now. Why is that? I don't know. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, feel free to. It's a free button right now. But anyway, let's check and see if I can raid over to Tommy Boy over there. I gave him my YouTube page, so maybe he set it up. No, he did not set it up to raid over there. So, Bach Precision might have the Tommy Boy thing on here. Not sure what he's watching over there, but he might sort of have a replaying the Tommy Boy stream or something like that. But here's we'll send you over to Bach over there if you want to. I appreciate you guys watching and hanging out. And it's getting kind of 9:30ish or something like that. I'll probably be hanging out in Twitter Spaces later on today, so feel free to follow me on Twitter if you haven't done it already. You can see where I'm going, hanging out in Twitter Spaces, and I'll try to put up more content there if you want me to. Click on that. Click on the copy button there. Put a 1 in the chat if you're still here. Put a 2 in the chat if you're not here. There we go. There's the Twitter, and there's the Tommy Boy link right there. As everybody's like 5 or 6 people already hit that button headed right over there, I'm sure. Like, that's cool. We'll see you guys later. At the end of the stream, it'll go over to Bach. I think Bach's probably watching Tommy Boy or something like that. We'll see you guys all later. Have a great day or night or afternoon. We'll see you tomorrow. Sometime tomorrow is Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. I'll probably do a day stream and an evening stream. We'll see. I gotta give you something besides just news and reaction videos. Pedro is still hanging out there. I think and reaction and some restream videos. I need to do like a chatting with people on screen or whatever, StreamYard I have and everything. So if anybody's wants to do that or something like that, or get their voice heard or something like that, if they have their own page they want to shout out or something like that, let me know in the next stream, and maybe we'll have a little conversation, face to face on the screen kind of thing there. If you want to do that. All right. So make sure you hit that notification bell down there that lets you know to stay up with all my latest lives and things like that. I appreciate it. I'm talking too much. You go hang out with Bach, tell him I said hi. God bless. All right. No music tonight. Sorry, guys. And hit the go now at the top of the chat once the stream ends. That way, they'll go right to Bach and tell him Mr. Bill says hello.